It's nice to be back in Kingston. Last time we were here was 2013, the Scotties, Rachel Holman. Oh, and they're all decked out for the Brier in front of City Hall. Come in, come in, come in. The nation's best have arrived in Kingston. Tonight, two teams must win to get in. Two teams that know all about the Brier. Mike McEwen chases that elusive title. He leads a Manitoba team that just fell short in the provincials. His opponent, Glenn Howard, the four-time champ, would love to make an 18th appearance here in a time and place not lost on our imagination. And our home for the entire week, the Leon Center here in Kingston, and appropriately a tragically hip way. As the fans make their way in for tonight's wild card game, fill out the field for this year's Tim Hortons Brier. Well, look at that. Glad you guys would make the effort to come and see us again. Really? Really? Okay, fellas. You'll have to wait a little bit, as on this Friday night we do say hello Canada and welcome to Kingston. Russ alongside fellas. Cheryl will be here on Wednesday. So here we go, third year rather, of the pool play. We know 15 of the 16. Here are the pools and the way they are seeded for this year's Brier.
Well, Pool A stands out to me as the pool of death until you look at Pool B, and I'd have to say they're the pool of death. It's just unbelievable depth there. Jacobs, Gucci, two gold medalists, both Brads, and then you got Mr. Botcher, who came second 2 years in a row.
And then on Pool A, the question mark for me is the Canadian champion, Kevin Cooey. We know that preparation's a little different. And how do you get ready? Chelsea Carey struggled with the Scotties. It'll be interesting to see how Cooey and the team respond here. Let's talk a little bit now about this wild card game, as you do have McEwen against Howard.
McEwen's had the better year. They're the better team. Stats-wise, won more money. But that old guy from Midland, he's got a lot of experience. First game, first time with the Rocks. He might figure it out quicker than Mike does.
And so that is maybe the key. Who can, in fact, figure out the ice because it's fresh, and you know that the stones are going to be just a little sharper. A lot of curl. It's the wild card game when we come back. Magic Mike! Magic Mike!
Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Yeah! Yeah! Attaboy.
Mike McEwen, a little magic left.
Really hard, run it back, jump it across. Oh, goodness! Oh,
yeah!
And there is no more heartbreak for Howard.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by OK Tire and BKT Tires, by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada, and by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
So one of these teams will get a chance to join the field of 16. The other will go home, and it's time to meet the teams now. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team McEwen out of the West St. Paul Curling Club, skipped by Mike McEwen, backed up by Colin Hodgson, Derek Samagalski, and Reed Carruthers. Glenn Howard and the team hail from the Penetanguishene Curling Club in Ontario, with 57-year-old Glenn Howard, Tim March, David Mathers, and Scott Howard. Draw to the button has been won by McEwen, and so he will have the last rock. He'll play the Red Stones as Glenn makes his way down, the four-time Canadian and world champion. Talked a little bit about the ice, the curl in it. As we've talked a bit before, the ice makers will, in fact, take the stones like an ice skate. Russ sharpen it a little bit, so you expect them to be a little bit more aggressive, the stones. We saw practice this morning. We were seeing 6.5, 6 feet of curl. I'm wondering if you're expecting the same tonight.
I think it'll calm down a little bit. Always does. It looked like they're putting the broom middle 12, which is 5 feet, maybe 5 feet 6 inches, somewhere in there. So it's calmed down already. And as you say, like a skate blade, it just, once you get the burrs off, it'll calm down a little more. But there's still going to be tremendous curl.
So you heard Glenn say, good luck, Mike. As Glenn now puts the brush down, playing the Yellowstones here in this first. And to get us underway, it's the wild card Friday night. The Howard lead is Tim March.
Go, 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 go. That's light.
The hair tight.
Tight and light. You're going to have to really go to get this thing close.
Yep. It's got a chance, Dave. Keep going.
Keep her moving, boys. Keep her moving.
It might be in.
Keep her moving.
It's in.
Keep
Go fully in.
Keep her going. Come on.
Fully in then, Scott. Yeah, you're there. You're there. Fully in. Fully in. Fully in. Attaboy, chum.
Good scrub, boys. Good scrub.
So many things to consider for both these teams. Is the air temperature with the big crowd and the TV lights going to warm the surface up, make it quicker? The amount of curl you're going to get. How much curl is it going to be on a wide open hit, a 10-second hit? Sometimes the hack waders will curl, sometimes they won't. All those little factors have to be percolated through the teams.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game, and we will start with Ontario, or Howard in this case.
Speed read for this team. Glenn's so good at it. He's been around for a long, long time, successful because of that ability to read the ice and read the rocks. If he can do that quickly, he can put some heat on McEwen and then lead the boys. The other three players in this team are great players, but to be in this type of pressure cooker, Glenn has to use his wisdom to keep them calm.
And the keys now for Mike McEwen.
He has to be patient. Again, he's playing a veteran here. You don't want to sell the farm right off the bat here. He does have hammer. He can be patient. And then Reed Crothers. If McEwen's going to win this game, it's because of the third. Reed Crothers has to out-curl Scotty Howard.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Scotty's, Canada's #1 tissue.
Gradually to me. Yeah. No.
Little harder.
Whoa, Tim.
David played with Matt Cam, as did Scott Howard. They were runners-up at the Canadian Juniors back in 2011 to Braden Moskowy. It's an interesting mix of this Howard team, because you've got Scott and David and Tim. They've all played elsewhere, and they've all, as they said, been cut from different teams. So having a little chance to prove something here against McEwen and get into the field.
Clean it. It's never hard.
Not a little.
It's never hard.
Little light.
So Migalski looking to get into a fifth Brier.
It's light. No,
Looks good. Looks good.
Line's good. Maybe
light.
a bit
It's never
light.
heavy. It's never heavy.
It's close. Right here. Okay. Sweet.
Here, guys.
Yep. Deeper. Keep going.
That's a really good guess. Way off to the wings. Nobody's played that shot.
Keep it solid.
Yeah, he wants firm. Whoa.
And it's interesting because in practice, the old days, not too long ago, when you were awarded the last rock rather than drawing for it, teams would be, and players would be given a responsibility, and it was somebody's responsibility to play a shot just like that.
Yes.
But today, because of the draw to the button, everything is to the middle.
Yeah, the whole 10 minutes is dedicated to make that draw to the button. In this case, 2 draws to the button. Both teams electing to have 2 players, so 2 shots because it's such a big game.
Same line.
So, but that, to your point, means what Semigalski did with his first is really special, because no one has played that.
Not at all.
Yeah.
The amount of curl you're going to get, the bite on the fresh pebble.
And to do it again, look at this. Wonderful stuff. Early by Derek Semigalski.
Oh, is that ever good?
I'm definitely so sick.
It curls are, but you're kicking hard. In comparison, yeah. That's fine. Keep doing it.
Still basically wide open, but Scott's got to have that yellow guard in his rearview mirror here.
Hey, just clean.
Go ahead, boy. Real good.
Yeah, it's one of those where you want to be like the racehorse with the blinkers on. Just
That's right.
You don't want to see that when you're just throwing at the shot stone.
Okay. Oh, arrow straight.
It's not going to be quite draw the button. It's going to be close, though.
Okay.
Draw's 15. It's probably 14-7.
Like that?
Yep.
Slight advantage to Team McEwen here with that first rollout. They've had more chances of drawing than Team Howard. Now they've had both teams 10 minutes to get draw weight, so that Team Howard's going to have a good idea, but the confidence is already there for McEwen.
That World Championship you saw in 2011 was with Jeff Stoughton.
He said deep's fine, so should be back 8.
Yeah, back 8's fine. That's good. Sport time makes sense.
Yeah, back 8.
Back 8's fine.
Or back 4. Yeah, I think it does.
Normal.
Get a bit.
Normal. Normal.
Yeah, that's good ice. Weight's good. A little bit.
Yep.
Weight's good.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're big.
It's different for Scott now because in previous Briers, and he's played in 3, he's always been the lead. Once with Mark Keane when he won Ontario, and then a couple of times with his father. Now assuming the 3rd duties.
Firm.
Okay.
Maybe a pinch.
I thought it was a hair tight on you.
And the pinch heavy. That's nothing, Scott. Good throw. A little heavy.
I called Dave and let it go.
I don't know.
Trying to figure it out. The hits aren't moving anywhere near as much as the big curl with the draw weight.
Clean.
Whoa.
Close. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So already you can hear the discussion between Glenn and Scott about the ice and how to figure it out. So it goes to what you were saying early
Pretty straight there.
when we first came on the air. The team that first figures it out, which brings you back to what this is all about, communication.
Yeah, it really is. And you can hear Team
throw.
Howard talking back and forth about how straight the hits are. They'll file that away. So far they've been simple shots, but once it gets a little more complicated, you need that information.
Draw the button, right?
Yeah, it's close. Yeah. Yep.
Not good, eh?
If you give us what you did on draw to the button, that's perfect.
Okay.
It's there. Top, back 4-ish. I think it harder than draw to the button, Tim.
Looks hot.
It is. It's all there. Okay, it's in the house. Is it? I think
It's falling.
it is. That's through the house, Tim.
That's got to slow down.
Let's do the rings, boys.
Could be through. Ooh, quick. Didn't think that was through, did you?
Same as draw.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't have through.
Oh, I had back house, but I didn't have through. Might just be a hair quicker.
So a little surprised?
Yeah, very surprised. Glenn was back 4-ish on his draw to the button for Hammer, and it's a little bit quicker than he's picking up on. As we talked about it, there was 7 feet of curl yesterday, 6 this morning, just down to about 5. So the rocks are starting to glide that little bit farther.
Back 8.
Nice opportunity for Mike McEwen here to get some feel.
Back 8's good.
Should be like back 8 based
Back
on the
12.
time.
Okay, good. Shot. Good. Sauce, Mike.
That went forever too.
Yeah. Normal, Davey. You got her. It's minimum ice. Yeah, it is. Stay close. Bring up the A sweep on this one.
Have to be a little careful here if the ice is running a little straighter.
Oh, no question. You pop it out and it's going to stay out there. So
Clean.
they've seen a couple here, so they should be fine.
Just clean, Dave.
Attaboy, get throw up.
Just
You
clean.
watch it. Just watch the line. Now it starts to move. You just follow that line, and it stays there and there and there and there, and then the line starts to disappear.
We're talking a good inch and a half. That's it.
All the way down.
Look at practice.
I know.
Not even close.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Derek.
Again, watch that line.
More angle, more
Trying
angle.
for the
Clean.
blank
Clean.
here in this first.
Good.
All right, thank you, fellas. So we're underway. A blank in the first. It's the wild card game. The winner moves on to play in this year's Tim Hortons Brier.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by AGI, West Steel, Westfield, Batco, Nico, SureTrack, and more. We are AGI.
It's the wild card game on this Friday night here in Kingston. The winner, either Mike McEwen or Glenn Howard, will fill out the field of 16 of the Brier that starts tomorrow here at Leon Center in Kingston. McEwen with last rock, blanked the first, so he has the hammer playing the red stones. You see the two corners up here now by Ontario, the red stone, always a little bit hidden on those Tim Hortons cups, but there's one there, so lots to work with, including a slight stagger on that outturn side.
First one for Tim March over curled by 2 feet, second one by a foot, and they were all saying to Tim a little more rotation, and that's what happens with these rocks that are so fresh. You don't put enough rotation. You need 4 or 5 rotations the length of the ice on a draw shot. That's what's going to happen.
And around goes Colin Hodgson. But
Yeah.
handle in arena situations has always been the norm. I mean, that's what you would tell the people who come from clubs. You're going to be on this ice, you better put on some handle.
Yes.
So you exaggerate it now because of the sharpness.
Yeah, and Tim didn't. He kind of let them go. Especially when you're throwing a guard, you're throwing it that lightly. It's kind of a softer release sometimes, and it caught him a little bit.
Room. Heavy. Back.
Oh, weight's good.
Weight's good. Max
Room.
weight. Tim, it's always Tim. Back
heavy.
8.
Yeah, it's there. Hard, Tim. Even back here is fine. Hard.
Tim, go till it stops, Tim.
Keep curling.
Is always Tim as he'll try to help this stone over, taking that leading edge. And wow, very nice.
Sweet, buddy. Nice.
There are times, though, and it might be because of the rocks right now, they really don't look like they're going to make it.
Yes, exactly. And they were sweeping that. They knew it was heavy, but they're brushing it to get it buried. And when you look at it, they didn't need to be brushing it because it was going to be buried one way or the other. Tough double peel here because the top yellow one could redirect over onto that buried red McEwen rock. Take away the kind of advantage McEwen has here. Got to get it really thin.
Derek Samagalski.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
And is he going to catch it?
It's fine.
Yeah, he does. And now look what's happened. Because it gets caught up.
Shot.
There's a double crash, really.
There's always going on it, I think. Need to hit it really close.
Because you get the stone here. Watch where that red one goes. Gets caught here. Ends up being a slight stagger. And where does the raised rock go? It jams at the back and underneath. So the a double whammy here for McEwen.
Derek looking a little perplexed there. Mike thought if he hit it in that spot, he could get it underneath. I think they would have been better to hit it on high side and go across the top of that red buried rock that's no longer there. That changes things here.
I got a little less. No, it's harder. Easy for lines.
Line's
Weight's
good.
all there. It looks heavy. Weight's good, not heavy.
Looks heavy. Top 8.
It's always Tim.
David Mathers.
Weight's there. Line's good.
Like to go a bit. It's
Not
always
deep.
Tim.
Like to go. No, it looks like lots, Scott.
Weight's perfect. For almost
no,
key.
no,
Tim,
no,
go
no,
ahead
no,
if you
no,
can.
pocket.
No,
No,
pocket.
can't go, can't go.
Weight's good.
Cannot go.
Nice shot.
Shot, Dave.
Beauty.
Well, we always talk about the players, but the reason they get to play the game at this level is the work of these two men, Greg Owasco and John Wall. We saw Greg at the Scotties in Moose Jaw, and ice has a tendency, when you look at him and other ice makers, they all sort of build in their own signature. And the one that we noticed in Moose Jaw was if you were to up your weight just that little bit, the rock would run very straight.
That's really what we've looked at here so far. This one's curling, but we haven't had anything over curl.
Go, 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 go. Okay.
And we'll roll it across the top.
It's okay.
And finally sit for third shot.
Had to hang around, wanted to be shot on top.
Room. Normal? Think so, boys.
Looks close for ice.
Patient end for Team Howard here. They know they've got one pretty well buried. Chance to sit 3. That puts the force in play, which is really what they were after before this end started.
Whoa,
Weight's good.
hard Tim. Whoa, hard Tim. Easy, easy, clean. Whoa, no, Dave. Clean, yep, not deep.
And we'll get it to the back and hang around to sit the 3. Notice, too, a little bit anxiousness just in that front end of Mathers and March wanting to jump the stone. Some might be a little surprised that his third shot that you wouldn't, if you're Howard, protect shot stone looking for the steal. Here it seems to almost be a concession or the force.
Yes, they're thinking force, a low risk force. You could have guarded that one back 4, but A, it's not in a good spot, and the other rock's accessible. So that's the prudent play at this point.
T-line. T-line.
Stay close.
T-line.
Back
line.
8.
Yeah, back 8. Needs a set.
This looks back line.
Might be through.
I got 13-7.
Oh, okay.
It's almost through.
Just poked it pretty hard at the end.
Yeah. I think that ice is good.
I agree, yeah.
Well, again here we saw Glenn Howard get caught, and now Reed Carruthers. So 13-3 translates into what eventually?
13-3. It's more like 14-5. So it's at least a second and a half heavy, and that's what exactly happened.
Wow. So it just skates and skates and skates.
I think what's happened here too, Vic, we talked about it, almost 7 feet of curl yesterday afternoon. Now you've got a full building, TV lights, it's warmer, it's a little greasier, the rocks are calming down. It's just that much quicker.
You're not there.
Right there, Dave.
Dave,
right there.
Okay. I got a little
right. It's there, buddy. It's all there.
Save it to the end.
It's heavy.
We're to it.
Heavy.
We're to it.
It's funny. It's curious then how things change. So Howard goes after the third shot, looking to force. They throw through. Now you're looking to steal.
It's quick. You were right.
Yeah.
If you're Howard, right? Now you're looking for the guard.
That's right. That's right. And they're still heavy.
It's there.
Nose is fine. Nose is fine too. Okay. Make sure we score right.
Firm.
Yeah.
Normal's good. Normal.
Nose is fine.
Normal. Whatever you want.
This all started because they didn't quite have the angle right on a pretty easy double. Jammed it onto their own buried rock. They could have taken a little more ice, made the double across the top, and maybe got away with it.
Solid. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Samagalski.
Whoa. Hard clone.
Now Hudson.
Hard clone. Clean.
Shot. Got them both. Sure does. And leaves it there right on the tee line. Edge of the 4. Shot rock. Nice recovery.
A little bit.
Probably would have played the freeze during the year in a Bonspiel, but this is for keeps. This is sudden death. You heard one of the McEwen team members say, "Let's make sure we score here."
Kind of similar weight to what he just threw.
I think so.
Yeah.
The first one, they said I slid the same as my draw the button, but I had a big ad, so.
Yeah, I got a
Skated
13-7,
nice.
so it makes
Just
sense.
skated nicer.
Definitely solid board. Solid board. Real solid.
Whoa, Tim. Whoa.
Real solid.
Clean.
Whoa. Dave here.
Whoa.
You can go here, Dave. You can go. Hard.
Shot out, boy. Throw. Not really.
Okay, that's what I need to know.
Just a pound.
Okay.
Whoa. Something huge up there on the center.
Hey.
So back again to
Just
a possible force.
Okay, I'll
probably
get
a
it.
scrape.
Yeah, you could look at something else here. You could play the freeze, but you might not be shot rock. Then they guard it. Now you're going to a small area. I think
Roll in front of that.
Mike's just going to hit and roll over towards that back yellow.
Normal. I thought Reed was solid.
Okay. Normal.
That makes sense?
Yep.
If he can roll back 8-ish, Glenn might hit it and roll out, and then you get a little easier last shot.
Clean.
Oh.
Yep.
Whoa.
McEwen trying to qualify for a 5th Brier.
Call it.
Already been team wild card once. That was in 18.
Scott.
who showed you won the bronze medal in 17.
Good weight.
That's pretty good.
It was good they rolled in a little bit here, because now when Glenn hits it dead on, Mike can hit it dead on and still be shot if they hadn't rolled. So Glenn might roll back a couple inches if he can.
To the outside.
Yeah, just a hair.
Same throw.
Mike probably doesn't want to draw against 3 the way things have been going. A lot of team members on both teams have been heavy. Just roll to Scott's broom there.
Shane less.
Yep. Whoa. Easy. Whoa, Tim.
Hair less.
Easy, boy.
Hair less.
Close. No, not Dave. Not Dave. Dave.
And now looking for that little roll outside. There you go. Just hangs it on the edge of the 8. So sitting 3, and that's what's facing Mike McEwen with his last.
They're kind of worried about how straight it went, but I think it's in a golden spot because it forces Mike to play the draw. We've seen some heavy draws here already.
Get in there, good.
He's got lots of ice. He's never going to curl enough to get to that back yellow, I don't believe. So he has to figure this out right now.
Oh, good end. Yeah, real good end.
Toss your butt, T-Lance.
So basically the draw to the button for these teams to get last rock, to get the hammer.
And Mike threw it and Reed threw it, and they both threw in turns in almost exactly this spot. Should be really fast here.
You know, saying that, so, you know, hammer efficiency, trying to score 2 points, only 29% in the Manitoba Provincials. But that being said, they still did get to the Manitoba final before losing to Jason Gunlickson.
Weight's good. Weight's good. Weight's good.
Clean it. Never off the thing. Heavy clean.
Clean it up.
Clean it up.
Shot, Mike. Too close.
Well, there you go, the first little bit of pressure. And Mike McEwen responds well to pick up the single.
Hard not to.
Colin Hodgson throwing the lead stones for Mike McEwen and the team from West St. Paul Curling Club. That's just northeast of Winnipeg. Picking up that single in the second. And so here in 3 for the first time in the game, it will be Glenn Howard out of the Penetanguishene Curling Club. It does have last rock. They have the hammer playing the yellow stones. Center goes up, corner, and then around comes Hodgson for Tim Arch.
Pretty solid.
Boy, you see how close they get there, the feet and the brush handle.
Pound heavy. Hard. Hard, Scott. Hard, Scott.
On his first throw,
Gotta push it, Scott. Come on, Scott. Hard, Scott. Come on, Scott.
he actually got tangled up with
Hard, no roll.
Scott Howard and dropped the brush. And
Hey, Scott, kid, out of boy.
as you well know, one of the things they teach you when you go to clinics is to do a balanced
Come down a bit.
throw with no brush.
He did exactly
And
that.
he did that perfectly.
Didn't phase him whatsoever. It's a good idea. Just let it go, get it out of the way. Don't let it burn the stone or interfere in your eyesight. And he threw it perfectly.
Yep. Hard. Really hard. Really hard.
Starting to go at that center
Hard
guard.
read. Really got to go.
For others.
Well,
That was definitely.
Has he got it? No, it's all over it.
get it right out.
So how did these two teams
Right.
qualify for this wild card game? Well, it's based on your ranking, your Canadian team ranking system. And you can see now Mike McEwen is number 4. All the bonspiels they play throughout the year are handicapped. So when you think about Glenn Howard, he was down at number 9. Not much of a chance, you wouldn't think. But the stars all aligned. Look at who won their provincials. In there as well, Kevin Cooey. The whole point of it is that
We're 12 foot already.
the 2 places at this wild card game go to the 2 highest teams that have not won their provinces.
Top tee.
Tim, if you can, I just can't get it past the tee.
So you start off with
Tim, when you can.
Jacobs.
Can't go.
He won.
Tim, if you can.
Can't go,
Epping
Tim. No.
won. Gouju won. Okay, now McEwen's number 4, so he gets a spot.
Give me a little
And
extra
then
ice with that first
Brendan
one.
Boncher won. Cooey's Team Canada. Gunlickson won. Manitoba. Dunstone won Saskatchewan. Man alive, look who's number 9. and Glenn Howard gets into the field. It just all aligned for him to be here, not in the field, but in this wild card game.
He was sitting at my house in Regina about a month ago, just before the provincials, and I said to him, if you don't win the provincials, not that I wanted to bring that up.
Whoa! Whoa!
Straight back. If I said, is there any chance you get in the wild card? He said, not a chance. There's zero chance we get in. We haven't had that good a year.
Because he didn't think any of those combinations would work, right?
A little unlucky here. They're trying to get that back one out of there. Now a chance to sit 3 early. It's another guard Team Howard can use here too.
So is that where they're going to go, over to that side behind the
You're top 8 right now.
McEwen stone?
Just one little mistake by Derek when he wrecked on the guard. He didn't wreck bad enough, so both guards were in play. They went around one, got a mistake. Now they're going around the other.
We're not heavy.
No, it's got to curl.
Perfect.
All there.
Looks Scott, when you can.
Got it if you can.
Top
Got it if you can. Got it if you can. Get her to the tee then.
Whoa. I think so straight fast. No,
I know.
Do it harder.
That works. That works.
Good throw. Do it harder.
I never wanted you to swing.
Yeah. Just I wasn't really going on that.
Down to 4 rocks here for McEwen. They need to make a couple doubles.
I thought I gave you less for sure.
And there aren't really any right now.
Intern normal. Good.
Solid normal.
Solid normal.
Top series.
Yep.
Whoa.
Going to have to work really hard to get out of this mess.
Colin, go ahead. Go ahead. Anything you got. You got a good shot. Okay, good.
Rolls it in to sit second shot.
Board. Get.
Wait's good. Just board. Yep.
Scott Howard.
Little quiet. Wait's good. Yep. Wait's good. Whoa. Wait's good.
Whoa.
Dave,
Dave, you got to go hard. You got to go real hard.
Clean.
Real hard.
Stay with it. Roll it.
And leave it there.
Good shot, boy.
Just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Almost lost it, but perfect now.
Mathers with some late brush to save it.
He's as strong as an ox. Look at, it's just all that downward motion.
Hell of a shot. Good sweeping, I say.
You heard that comment too. With the hard pebble in arena surfaces, the scratching is more effective in most cases, and that's what they're saying. They can scratch and make it curl that little bit more or that little bit less. In curling club, that's really hard to do.
And coming in, of course, each team will use their brand new pads. And where are you going to roll this one?
Not under.
Oh boy, and under it goes. And of course, that's all regulated now. You have to present it to the officials. They look at it before you can put it onto your broom head.
Didn't roll to too bad a spot here. It's tricky for Scott to play this run back and roll far enough not to leave a double.
Not under.
It's a little angle here, so you can roll to the left of Glenn's broom a little bit. Main thing, sit 3.
Get quiet. Hard, dig. Hard, Tim. Hard. Pound quiet. Hard, Tim.
Tim Marsh.
Hard, Tim. Dig.
Boy, look at that. Now watch where it goes. And again, very nice to control that stone, but similar things apply. We talk often at the Scotties and other events. The weight is such that the brushing can be more effective. Everybody's engaged.
Yes, that you can't take it out of their hands.
Noses was pretty good too. I thought you could have made it real good. I really had that impact. I thought you had this really close.
I knew it's not going anywhere.
It was close.
So we're looking at
It's
that.
it'll run pretty straight.
Nothing
Can't
wrong with
afford
that
to ice
shot.
any more than that. So
You're down to 2 shots from McEwen. This is not a gimme double.
thin quarter. Can't really afford to ice more than this.
No, there's
No, this is good. I like the ice. I think it's good.
Glenn's wife Judy,
Oh, sure, bud.
and then on the to her onto our left, that's Carly Howard, his daughter. And then, of course, he plays with his son. Carly is a top player and played with your daughter for
That's
a
right.
number of
Yeah,
years.
a couple years, yeah.
Yeah. But now back in Ontario. It was all in the family for a number of years.
These are tricky. This is inside out. We haven't seen anything on this side of the sheet.
Yep.
Yep.
And picked up right away.
Really hard.
Colin Hodgson
Yeah. Hard.
staying with it. Got them both. Oh, and he's just across the top. And it's a couple now. They've come close.
Gentle with it.
Any thinner, he gets more of that second one, goes right onto the third. And unlucky they can't get that middle rock. That's twice they've missed it by a fraction.
One went underneath, and then this one just, what do you call that? Gearing, the gear effect away.
Big trouble now.
Had nice movement in from like the ST in.
I don't think you take on that yellow double, Vic. That's very dangerous. You'd have to go through the guard to make it. So Glenn puts this in the right spot. He's looking at a 3.
You know, when they first played over there, behind that guard, you thought, okay, well, it's not buried entirely, but it's in a dangerous spot.
Yes.
It's a teaser. In fact.
Yeah, you can get at it with hack weight, but you're not going to make the double with hack weight.
Get her level. That is, boys.
Level. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wait.
Whoa.
Right there.
Whoa.
Great shot, Skipper. Beauty. Nice spot. Attaboy. Good. That rock's all quicker than everything on the sheet.
Probably too flat. Yeah, it is.
How much is this behind?
Well, here you go.
Yeah.
Are you being teased?
You got a little more than half.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to play.
Okay. So, off the
Don't
line,
have to whip it.
you think it's going to be similar to what your last
Yeah.
I don't know whether he can throw peel at it. So there's two choices. Throw peel if you think you can see enough of it and do that. Get that out of there. Make that double. Give up 2 possibly. Or you have to throw it a little softer weight down this way and then kick across and maybe stay on top. With this broom position, they must be going to throw some speed at it.
Well, he said, I don't have to whip it.
But you do need enough speed to kill 80 pounds of granite. This has to be, if he's not going to whip it, it's got to be very precise.
Anyway. All right.
You could reckon the guard just as easy as miss the double wide side here. This is tough. Almost has to. I would think he has to get within an inch of that red guard. Ticks the guard, it's a 4.
Whoa.
Colin. Yeah. Colin.
Help it over a little bit now. Get it by the guards. You did that. Now come over. Got it.
Get it.
And it'll avoid the jam. And yeah.
Harder and a little thinner.
Whip it good.
Attaboy.
That's a
You need to
huge
throw a little
shot.
harder and a little thinner.
Still looking at a deuce. But the danger here, if you don't get that and he slides underneath, and you're drawing the 3.
Yeah, I think
I didn't do
McEwen's
anything.
just as happy as Team Howard at this point.
I was sort of just let it go, too.
I'm glad I trusted my gut on that one because
There's the comment back. They're just not sure. They have to go with their gut. They have to take some chances mentally.
I got there. All there.
So here again, the numbers 30%.
Doesn't look light.
The efficiency of scoring 2 with last rock.
Okay, still go. Easy.
And then losing that final Ontario final to John Epping.
That took a soft pick, eh?
And here, the efficiency is 100%.
It was like back 8 before that.
as he scores a couple. Family's happy.
Kevin always plays well in the Brier. I mean, he's a big game player. He just makes the right shots at the right time. This ice seems to be always suited to him, and of course, he's got a great team behind him. So we're going to need to play well, and you need some breaks.
We get up for the big events. I mean, this is kind of what we've trained for, especially being Team Canada coming here. We've been looking ahead to this event just about now for a whole year, so I hope this week is no different.
What an outstanding first day. We'll have Ontario and Cooey for you at 2 p.m. And then in the evening, we'll have Northern Ontario, Brad Jacobs, Brendan Botcher, the Alberta champion and consecutive two-time runner-up. And several teams are here, including Jacobs watching. After getting some practice today, we'll see them tomorrow night at 7 Eastern Time against Alberta. But first, we have to fill the field with a 16th team. Will it be Mike McEwen or Glenn Howard? Howard scores 2 with last rock in the third. McEwen now does have the hammer, playing the Redstones here in 4.
That really developed in a hurry. Derek
Easy. Top 4.
ticked that comer on top, left 2 red guards. All of a sudden, they were looking at 3 in a hurry.
Going good. Going real good.
Easy, Tim.
Keep going. Attaboy, Timmer. Good sweep, Tim. You made that one, buddy.
Killed that, eh?
Pretty good setup right now. We freeze that.
Okay.
Just gotta stay
Don't
high
mind
side.
it. Sure. 15 is good too. I don't mind the first shot.
Make the first one is really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, let's make it.
15
Speed's good.
You're throwing just a tight guard here.
Okay.
You're giving me about a 15-5.
Line's good.
Close. I think we can oversweep it.
It's not heavy.
I think it's close.
Line's good.
Wait's close.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Line's perfect.
Very small tap.
Yep. Whoa.
Yeah, it's bouncing.
Derek Samogolski.
Line. Oh, I think it picked.
Oh,
Hard. I think that grabbed a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay, I think it just grabbed to the hog line.
Not bad. I think curled enough. It's all right.
Not bad.
That's good.
you see, there's a difference too. Yeah, and when we think of it picked,
Freeze again, any good? Or
is
no?
it something on the ice, or in fact, could the pick be a result of the sharpness of the stones?
Yeah, that could very well could be. It being that little bit sharper, they could probably more susceptible picking up stuff. It's usually a hand print or a knee print or something like that. The ice surface is pristine, clean. But they felt Glenn's draw for 2 also grabbed a little bit, kind of a mini pick where sometimes they just lose a little bit of rotation and curl a little bit more.
Now these teams should be familiar with these stones. They were used this year in the Continental Cup and the Canada Cup.
Got a curl.
So they both should have some book on them.
Oh, you got a curl.
Doesn't want to get onto that yellow one.
That rock's so fast.
Oh my God.
Good throw, Dave.
On the guard in there, or you just hit it?
We're gonna be patient with that.
There you go. That rock's so fast. And
You threw that good.
That's 5-6 feet
Man,
faster.
I gave you so. I
You
thought it
threw
was
perfect
light.
weight.
Yeah.
Holy
Hey?
cow.
Oh,
Normal? As thick as you can hit it.
we're trying to roll behind the corner.
Yeah.
both these
Yeah,
teams will
as thick as
figure
you
that
can
out in a hurry. And
Normal.
at this point, it hasn't hurt either team. Need some speed here to get that shot rock out of there.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Never. We
Close for the roll.
might lose it.
Back. Go. Good shot.
Yeah, didn't get it out of
A
there.
little high. Figured if we whipped it though, that 2 was
Couldn't throw it any harder. No.
it's good. Close to nose as you can.
Advantage Team Howard here again.
Probably nose at 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting at 4 is rarely a bad thing.
That's tough to do, but yeah.
Mind you.
Is nose bad?
Nose is pretty good, isn't it?
Oh, these are
I'll
triple.
probably leave it triple.
Yeah. Try and get low if you can.
Okay. This way's better.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotta watch the jam. I know.
Watch your jam.
Board. Okay.
Not seeing much.
You like normal. Board's fine.
Trying to roll wide side here, and it might set up a double, but it's better than wrecking on that center
Right,
guard.
good. Easy.
Load it right off.
Close. Can't jam on this. Easy.
Whoa. Yep.
Watch your jam.
Whoa.
Watch the jam.
Yep. Roll that over there. Get that over there. Beauty.
Great shot.
Wow. We're playing around on that one.
Timmer.
Oh.
Tim. I don't know if that does this
I think you just make that double.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Is that or we play this now? If you hit him at the same time, is there a triple? I think it goes over top. Okay. But it's probably the right shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saving this thrown rock, the one that Reed's throwing, is going to be hard here. If you hit the right-hand yellow that's closest to the center line, it could spin off the second right out of play. You almost want to hit it right where the broom is with a peel weight and get it the other way.
Yep.
Beat Carruthers.
I can hear hard.
Hodgson.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yeah.
Right up.
Stay with it all the way. Gets them both and avoids the jam on the way by. And it spin. It hangs on as well at the top edge.
Oh, no. You make the triple, that goes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Vic. They had to get it so thin. It goes ticking up and starts to spin and just hangs on and underneath
Still
cover.
there unless you hit the other one big time.
Still in the rings?
Yeah, good shot.
Yeah.
Same board, waiter. Okay. How's that weight, boys? Keep it over here, Scott.
Hair more. Weight's good. Hair more.
Whoa.
Hair more.
Yep.
Really hard.
Really hard.
Really gotta go.
Hard, Tim.
Come on, Tim. Gotta go. Dig.
Come on, Tim. Come on, Tim. Go.
Again, very nicely done to control the stone and avoid that jam on shot rock, back edge of the 8. Well, there's a very large contingent of people here watching tonight from Canadian Forces Base Kingston. We want to thank all the servicemen, servicewomen for their service. And in fact, all the crowd tonight here,
Come right to here.
its admission was free, and all that was asked was a donation to the Curling Canada Foundation in support of junior curling
That's what I'm wondering.
when you entered the Leon Center. So we thank you all for coming in support of junior curling.
Drawing Mike's first. Which isn't the worst. He's got to nut it. Top 8?
What if you go top 8? Then if he makes the
Then
run,
you go
then
top
we draw.
4.
I think so. If he makes the run and
Changing gears here, Vic. I thought they might take a run at that double, the rock that was just thrown by Scotty Howard. You could play that double. That brings the other red possibly into play, but they're going to go now around. Try to force an error.
This looks heavy to me.
Heavy.
Where?
Really heavy.
Back 8. Back
Uh-oh.
8? Okay, let's play that then.
Not the first time we've heard that.
Out of line.
Little heavy.
We're waiting for it to stop. It's
Didn't
pretty hard.
Carruthers
Yeah,
throw
we're
one
going back
through
8.
earlier?
Don't stay shot.
Stay
I think
close.
he did.
Yes.
Probably finished.
Stay close.
So a little case
You're
of the
up,
heavies,
Scott.
maybe.
Go ahead.
Full 8. We need 8 foot. Yep.
More space.
Yep.
More space.
Yep.
More space. Keep going. Good.
Good.
I like that spot. Pretty good.
Well, plan B. Not that tough a shot for Glenn. He's had the perfect weight last end.
Yeah.
So this is the third year of this system involving the wild card game. Interesting to note. You look back to a year ago, Brendan Botcher wins. He's wild card, loses the final. John Epping was eliminated, but Epping's won Ontario, so he's in. In Regina 2 years back, McEwen was team wild card, beating Gunlickson. Guess who's in? Jason Gunlickson winning Manitoba over Mike McEwen. That's funny how the curling rock spins sometimes.
Back 12. Heavy. Really heavy. Back 12.
Skip Stones.
Watch Tim go here. He's just a powerful brusher. This is heavy, so the only way to save is to get the curl, and here it comes.
And here.
It's a buy. I think I want to leave it.
And
14.
it is
So draw
heavy
15.
again. So
Top 4.
I think you're trying to put it.
Carruthers, a little case of the heavies, and that's now
I don't
2
even
in a
know
row.
so we can
Well, that's 2 anyway by Glenn Howard, who's leaving, shaking his head. He threw one through and heavy again here.
His mother taught him better than that, Vic.
Yeah, I'm sure taught you both. Well,
That's right.
14.
you can never get them back when they're heavy.
No. No, much quicker than yesterday's practice.
Normal.
I'm right at the hot line.
What's that?
I'm right at the hot line. I'm just driving hard.
Yeah, like I'm just getting just over 14 seconds. I want to see 15 too.
I think you want to be half in the 4. Half 4? Okay.
Okay.
Half 4, full 4.
Don't want to be deep here.
Draw to the
Glenn
button
glues
speed.
one on. You're going to have trouble scoring. So even a top 8 might work, Vic, and then that angle raises tougher.
Kind of what I was thinking of throwing.
Again, this is the draw path where Team Howard practiced.
Good.
Line's
Or
good.
light.
No, I never got light.
Yes, you didn't have
I never
much.
got light.
Line's good.
Okay. A little bit for line.
Just
A little heavy.
Wait only.
Again,
Line's
a little
good.
heavy.
Over curl. Line's good. No, weight's good.
Line's tighter than Glenn's.
Line's a little
It's
tight.
really tight.
Weight's good.
Gotta go 8.
Line's tight. No, weight's good.
Okay, just go 8.
Weight's good. Okay, right to my
Look
broom.
at that sudden movement, though.
Make it so if he nuts it, we're still shot.
And boy, right in behind they go. Wonderful draw. And they are sitting 2 with last rock.
I've been thinking it all game.
Yeah, I believe it now.
It is for sure that rock.
I'm thinking it's a cutter, Vic, and that's what we talked about in the opening.
You're going to pick that up at
It's not an exact science here.
back. Yep, freeze the back, boys. Freeze the back, that's cool.
As the week goes along, you figure them all out, but your week doesn't go along if you don't figure them out here. Glenn can actually come to the back one now and be shot.
Would you ever play a run back on the yellow? On the top, from the top edge, get rid of it that way.
Yeah, you could even make the double, but this is easier, and he just threw it.
Okay. And we'll probably pull something off it. A little heavy with his first.
Right now. Wait there. Wait there.
Whoa, Dave.
Weight's still heavy.
Line's okay.
Max weight. Scott, still too much weight. Back 12, almost back 8. Tim.
If you can, Tim.
Now again, trying to help this over.
Yep.
Tim March.
Hard, Tim. Yep. Hard, Tim.
Harder, Tim.
Now trying to come right down to the face of it. A little bit more. Oh, wow. Goodness. You didn't think that had a chance. And they are shot by just that much.
Look at that downward pressure. That's
Yep.
unbelievable.
Harder, Tim. Harder, Tim.
Harder, Tim.
Go, Tim. Go, go, go.
Not sure you can tap it for 2, can you, Vic? I don't think so.
Is there enough room, just rattle room there? No.
I don't think so. And that was a problem with the first one. They decided to let it stop so that if the yellow raise was made, but Glenn was never playing the yellow raise. They had to get that first red one a little closer.
So I could probably almost throw it the same. It's a better stone.
Right? Yeah, I just think you can't throw more than that. That's the weight.
Agreed. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so sorting it out, but if you take into account his first stone, which he believes is a little bit of a cutter, you wonder what this one will do.
Right, it's going to run straighter at number 1, and it should
Bigger
be
ad.
should
This
be
is
a little more polished, so it should slide that 4 or 5 feet farther. So you got to be really careful not to overthrow this.
So right now it's shot rock belonging to Howard.
Weight's good. Weight's good. Looks good.
We're back button.
Been perfect on his first 3 draws.
Weight's good.
Back button.
Weight's good.
Back 4.
Shot.
As the brush goes up from Scott Howard, nice draw, and there it is for the single as they'll take a quick look around the edge.
I've been thinking it all. I said before the ending
And
started.
there they
I think
go.
it was
So
more with my eyes.
1 for McEwen here in 4. And we're all even.
there's a lot
It's
of
the
things
wild
that-
card game on this Friday night from Kingston. Colin Hodgson throwing the lead stones for Mike McEwen in a 2-2 tie as we welcome you back to Leon Center here in Kingston. And this wild card game, the winner will move on to play in the field of 16 of this year's Tim Hortons Brier that begins tomorrow. And it is Team Glenn Howard from the Penetanguishene Curling Club that does have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Less. The less.
Hey, you got back 4.
Whoa.
Back 4. Easy, Dave. Easy, easy.
Close.
Gotta come
Close.
center.
Close. Whoa.
Easy, Dave. Easy,
Close.
easy, easy.
Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
good.
Yep. Hard. Real hard.
Gotta go, Dave. Hard, Dave.
Really got to go, Davey.
Really gotta go, Dave. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Go, Dave. It's not enough ice, eh?
No, we needed more. Sorry, Glenn. That's my fault.
No, we need more ice.
Yeah. I know, but I asked for less.
I know.
Well, it's all about making adjustments, and when you're Glenn Howard, your first one is heavy. Now you come back with an absolutely brilliant draw to take the end away and hold the opposition to one.
Just in the nick of time, Glenn heavy in the first, and he's heavy on his first one here. Looked like he was going to cough up a 3, which would have been massive. Look at that brushing by Tim March, head down, scratching it over as far as he could. Speed ended up perfect.
And that left Mike McEwen just to follow it down for his single. The key shot brought to you by OK Tire. Service, repair, and tires.
Come on, wait, come on, wait. Go, bud. Hard read.
Well, great sweep.
Now, there's 2 interns that have really overcurled. We talked about it in the Carvick on the way over. That the outturn, most curlers pop it a bit, get it out a bit. The break point's much later than an intern, and with this much curl, it's the interns that are over curling on these teams.
Wheels are turning.
It's really good, isn't it?
He's just controlling the front, Scott. That's the only thing I don't like. Hey, Peel, what's he do?
Freezes here. We're dead. We can't get one out. I think we play.
All right.
Just tap it on the nose with top 4.
Okay.
I chuckle. That's the favorite line in the Howard household is control the front.
No.
Glenn's offering that up to his son.
You might be hitting on your next one, so.
This is okay to play the freeze, but you're not removing any reds.
Okay, T-line? Yep. Speed's good in here, Davey.
Yeah.
Even a heavy tap here, tap that red open, get at it later.
Nose to T-line.
Back forward.
Light to go!
Yeah, it's good. Wait, good, easy.
Wait, good.
Yep.
Light to go. Whoa. Top 4.
Yep.
Top 4.
Whoa.
Top
Whoa.
4. Top 4.
Scott.
Scott a bit. No. Tim. Nope. Light to go, wait. Scott a bit. Scott a bit.
Scott. Hard, Scott. Get it off there. Nice shot.
Well, Major League Soccer is back. Don't miss the long-awaited opening weekend. Our exclusive season-long coverage begins tomorrow. All 3 Canadian teams in action. The Impact Montreal against New England at 2:30 Eastern Time, and all day long only on TSN. MLS lives here.
Is that good? T-weight.
Is that a lot or is that good? Looks max to me. That's more ice.
Is that a lot or no? I don't think so. It's like you're drawing the button.
Yeah. Okay. I think for tap, yeah.
Okay. Similar? I don't want to take any less than this.
Tough little spot. We haven't played this side that much going in this direction, so
Top 4. Pretty heavy.
they're worried that with any speed it's not going to curl, but once you tighten the ice, you're into some fresh pebble.
Back gates. Whoa.
Close.
That's pretty good. Bounce it. Good.
Pretty good.
That's great. Great shot.
Glass that yellow.
Not so sure. You can hammer that yellow now and the reds fly.
Nose with a solid board.
Love to just jiggle that one.
That's fine.
Unlock it.
This might not go through, but even if they get it back, and then this one could go back this way or even through, depending on how much speed comes down the sheet.
Well, straight raw.
I can't. It's tough to nose with normal.
Yeah,
The thing is,
board.
you're probably coming off the top one, Davey.
Yeah.
When you're looking at this,
You guys like solid board?
that Yellowstone, which is now the shot rock, do you want to keep that in play?
I think so.
Do you want to just push it back, or do you want to eliminate it to unlock the red?
You want to unlock the red. That's job number 1.
Okay.
They've got a shot at scoring a big end here if they can get that red going. It might take 2 tries, so he wants to unlock it. I thought they'd throw a little more weight at this.
Weight's good. Yep.
David Mathers.
Yep.
Hard tip.
Hard tip. You gotta go, buddy.
Well, he's just brushed continuously, seems.
Sorry.
And there again, there's the unlock, and now the lineup of stones onto that red second shot.
Hell of a shot.
It's really good. That's so good.
Really good.
How many red yellows you can kill?
Sorry. Nice shot, that boy. Shot, Dave.
Mike's got to be careful now. If you can hit that red dead on, I think that's the play. Kill it on
they're
yellow.
They're going to be second. We don't want much here. No, that's fine. This has to go.
Get rid of that. Have the red one kind of roll over a little bit. Maybe even move this yellow. If they could get that yellow out to here, then there might be a yellow triple.
Real bad. We got to move one of these two. I think this one, right?
I don't think I can stick the shooter if we're getting rid of 2 yellows, though.
Yeah, you can. You just whip this here and you kill that. You stick. Oh, the shooter, sorry.
Yeah.
No, the shooter's gone.
That's probably
You're trying to hit this. Probably 3/4.
Okay.
Nose is the error, though, right? You can't hit it high. High's really bad if you stuff it, isn't it?
And don't get this one.
Yeah, you got to kill that one.
Half still gets it, though, doesn't it?
You want to throw full peel.
Yeah. 3/4?
I'm not sure whether you need that much weight because you heard them talking about losing the shooter. They can't, I don't think they can hit it dead on unless they throw like a hack. The harder they throw this, the tougher this becomes. They like to hit it virtually dead on with speed. And he's got to be very close to that red guard, and it's a very straight spot. Reed Crothers is a little bit wide here. He hits his own through the middle.
Yep. Hard! Yep. Hard!
Playing third stones here in 5.
Right up. Sit.
And bumps the shot rock back, so it's sitting on the lid. Second shot still belongs
Your flash is on.
to McEwen.
Yeah, make sure that's off. Thank you.
Still pretty good for Team Howard here.
Sounds stupid. What if I peel the guard?
That's what I was looking at. I don't know if I love it, Scott.
Good.
You just make a nose double on.
And he makes that. I guess he can't make that
what if
double.
we hit
can
this,
he?
right?
No, he can't, no.
He's probably going there. If he goes there, though.
What if I peel?
What about this? Peel, can you make that?
I was looking at that too. I just don't want to live a double.
No,
I also thought of putting one there.
Yeah, we could just draw one there.
Draw one there. That's gone, isn't it? The red?
That's pretty
gone
good,
all
isn't it?
day.
If I just whisker off
That's
this, then you make contact for 2 or 3.
The problem is
Pretty
if you
good.
whisker off this, it makes this hard.
No, it
But
makes
you don't want to put it there.
I was thinking right in the hole. Isn't that real good?
Or what if I put it, right here? And then you can blast it. And everything goes. You put it right here? No, that's not good, Tim.
Why not?
It's not awful.
You want to be like here. So your shooter keeps
Feeling
going
better?
through.
What's he playing though? Then he
Could be good.
then he just plays this probably, right? That's what if you make that like? I think that might be the call.
It's pretty
Not
good.
awful.
Yeah, you don't
Kick another one in here. What they're saying is this yellow double
But we have to hit that.
for Mike McEwen when that one will go out, but that yellow will redirect onto Mike's rock and get rid of Mike's rock.
You don't think it'll come back onto shot stone?
No, it's going to be close, but I don't think so. Certainly not to take it out. So Mike's actually helping Team Howard by trying that. So then what else does McEwen do? Reed Crothers actually over-curled that one somehow.
Yep. Hey, solid!
Yep. Whoa, whoa. Yep, whoa, whoa.
Weight's good.
Yep.
And Mathers against the curl down.
Easy.
March with the curl again, trying to hold it up and roll it over and leave it right there.
Good boy. Good. Real good.
Oh, a little more.
Don't mind it. It's okay.
Look at that movement.
Oh, it's incredible.
And it seems to come very suddenly.
Easy.
Perfect.
Big roll.
Roll. Nice
You
shot.
like the spot?
Yeah, it's very good. It's a setup shot. They've got all those yellows.
That's really good if we make that, I think.
Really good.
It forces Reed Crothers to a really tough draw.
We're still in jail.
You could leave a half rock double by playing this. This could be really bad.
I agree. We're leaving
You don't
that
have much of
slash.
that, do you?
No, if we play this, we're leaving the slash. I like the draw.
Like we
guys.
freeze, it's amazing.
Yeah, I like the draw.
Okay, it's gonna really snap.
I mean, the stagger is such that if McEwen can get around just a shot stone and cut him down, he's protected him.
Yeah, that's it. That's just it. There's really no raises for either team. But to get to the top of this buried rock's just about impossible.
Heavy.
Whoa, Derek.
Little hot. Line only right now. Heavy.
Treat Carruthers.
Back. 4. 8. Line. Whoa.
Out of his hand, they said heavy.
Still heavy. This is back 8. It's back 8.
It's like to my feet. Oh, man.
And hot it is.
Just whipped it, yeah.
As it will slide
Whipped it.
just to the back 12. He's been heavy on his draws a couple of times already.
Who hasn't, right? There's a lot of that. I don't know whether it's the adrenaline or the surface.
That's real good. Right here.
We draw first, boys.
Problem, we couldn't leave a triple.
Yeah, you don't have much of that. It's definitely a triple.
If you get there, there's no triple. Oh, it might be.
Yeah, it's there. What do you guys like?
Tap that?
Yeah, maybe Dave's right.
Just
tap this to here.
I don't know if that's any good.
No,
but
it's really good, Dave.
And then he runs this double. That's all.
runs the double. That's making us play a hard shot. Do we have to play that?
What double?
What triple are you seeing here?
If you go here,
Tim,
he runs
can
this
cross
in.
it.
Crosses it?
Yeah.
Feel the guard any good now?
Hey?
No, because then he's got this double tap, Davey.
Okay, well.
Is this stupid to make this now?
I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Do you guys hate the tap? Just move this just
boys,
here.
I'll tell you though, if you put it in there and he tries that and he ever ticks that, it's $1 million.
If you play this real skinny,
I think the tap's hard.
it shoots off right here.
Let's try and go right in.
Okay, let's make it.
Give him the triple.
You get it in there, there's no triple.
He makes the triple. We still
Yeah,
got
that's
a board
just it. You
mate.
bury it, as you said, Vic. Everything's staggered, so you try to sit second shot here.
We might have to follow it.
Yep.
He threw it hard, but I thought it still ran good here.
We might have to.
Yeah, it's right up. Quite the
I
fork.
could play the out turn with.
Yeah, but if we can, let's make a good DV. Thanks, means good, Scott.
Like I wouldn't whip it.
Yeah, the
throw
only
like.
issue is
Where's that 3 spinning?
well,
It might spin to a terrible.
I think you can go a little. Top 8. Go. Hard line.
Right away. March.
Go.
Mathers.
Yep.
Boom!
Go ahead.
Dave!
Let me in.
Not Tim. You got to curl a ton.
Top
Come on,
8.
Dave.
Top 8, Max.
Hard, Dave! Come on, Dave, keep going.
Now the carry.
You really got to curl. Keep going. You
Trying
really
to bring
gotta
it in
curl.
as far as they can.
Keep
And
going, keep going, keep going.
they'll get it there. Just its third shot. And now what have they left?
They left an out here now, I think, Vic. You can see enough of that yellow to play the double.
A little bit of curl, not a ton.
Smooth?
Full.
Full?
I thought the brushers were right on. They took it out of his hand and then were called off.
Yeah, I think sometimes they're so powerful, these guys, that they can stop it from curling once in a while.
Normal?
They type of double that can turn this end around is very makeable here. The shooter's going to roll away, and all of a sudden it's shot rock red.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is a yellow to get rid of it, but not sure Team Howard can sit 2 on that double raise. So McEwen needs this.
Yep.
Yeah! Hard.
Yeah! Hard!
Skip Stones. McEwen first.
Gotta go, Derek.
Samagalski got one. Oh.
Wow. He'd like that one back.
Well, do you want to just play this?
What a difference that shot makes, Vic. You make the double. Glenn's kind of drawn into the 4-foot, might get forced to a single, might even be a steal. Now there's a chance for a huge score here.
Didn't like the feel.
No,
Right? Yeah.
No, is it coming like this?
Come on down here.
No, it should drag.
It's going to miss the yellow.
If it touches it, that's not bad for us. Get it off the button.
Come through.
Yeah, that's okay. You're right.
I think the skinnier the better.
Third of a rock, eh?
I'd love to leave it there.
Quarter rock, yeah. Leave
Okay.
it.
Quarter or third.
Try and stuff it over there.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
It's going to hit it there. The red one's going to go like that.
Feel.
But did I hear somebody say
Thinner the
even if
better,
it
eh,
touches
Scotty?
the yellow a little bit,
Yeah.
Thinner the
you
better.
get it off the button?
Yeah, because if Mike freezes solid, how do you get two? But the trick here for Glenn is getting this thin enough to save the yellow that he's going to make contact on. But he can easily sit 2 or 3 here.
Press firm.
Hard, Tim.
Whoa, Tim. Whoa, 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 Tim.
Draw weight is down.
Yeah,
A little bit to start, bit heavy.
Harder.
Oh, and avoids the jam. And spins it over now, and they're even. So sitting 1, 2, and 3 with last rock is Glenn Howard.
Did it ever?
Really nice spot. Curl more than they wanted, but it might have been the best thing that ever happened because it.
Was it more weight than you thought?
No, he needed that weight to kill the
Okay.
red, but watch this yellow at the 3 o'clock position.
And there's no double now, is
Yeah,
there?
that's right. That's the key.
Okay.
So draw down to the face.
Yes, either overbury it because there's no raise, or freeze on the same side as the broom is on the right side corner as we look at it.
Well, he had talked earlier before throwing his first. He said, I might have to follow them down. And so he will with his last.
I need to throw much different.
2 line, Colin.
It's a huge shot here because it's setting up for Howard to get multiple points in a 2-2 tie as we play in 5.
And so many rocks heavy. This is a quick spot too. A foot heavy here. It's a 4.
Whoa. Whoa.
How's the weight?
Stay with it. A little heavy right now.
Line.
We're bouncing a little. Whoa. Close. We can't.
Not a lick from Somogalski or Hodgson. Not a thing.
It's close. Good.
Line.
We're bouncing. Bouncing. Line only.
Boy, could this be a game saver for him. Oh, very nice. There is some separation, however.
Good shot, Mike.
Shot, bud.
We can only give up 2 now. At worst.
Well, there's 2, so I can go for it.
I think so.
Absolutely go for it, and if we get
We're
one,
shot. You definitely pick it through, I think.
We pick it. It's only for 1 anyways. Oh, you're saying we straight pick it?
Yeah.
Well, that's tough, boys.
I have seen it done. Well, there's no shot for 2 or 3.
No. I just hate to give him one here.
Is it? If we hit it thick, are we still getting 2?
Is that going, Dave?
You can paper it for 3. Are we shot?
Yeah.
We're shot.
Well, I'll just play it super thin.
Okay.
To
Give it a
airball.
go. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Smart
Right?
call
Get
here. If you
flashing
miss
on.
completely, you score.
Be aggressive at this.
If you hit it
guy.
incredibly thin, you get 3. It is worth the gamble here. Now, Glenn's last one curled more than he thought, so he's got to protect it a little bit here.
Let's go, Sipper.
Just take the paint off of this thing sideways, and that'll allow the yellow rock that's being thrown to go underneath that right-hand yellow.
It's a lot, Scott.
Yeah, no question. They are shot rock.
He did get a bit of draw.
Howard.
Make it, Skipper. Make it.
Thin and through would get you 3. Again, I think, too, the decision has to come down to looking at the board. You're in 5.
Right.
And you're still a long way to go. And he says, I think he said, I think it's time to go for it. And going for it is
Come on, dude.
Natives. Really thin, really thin. Oh, and then by. And 1 it is. Only. So gave it a go. Howard will get his single. And we're midway through this wild card game on a Friday night.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Four sheets in play when we begin round robin tomorrow, but just the one tonight for this wild card game to fill out the field. As we check the numbers after 5, 3-2 Howard leads, and it's the middle of the lineup that is problematic for Team McEwen, with Semigalski at 7-3, Carruthers at 75 and just 56% on his draws, while Glenn Howard, he's being backed up by 3 games in the 90s, March, Mathers, and Howard Scott, but Glenn himself is curling just 65% on his draws. Numbers after 5 are brought to you by AGI, Equipment and Technology Solutions for Agriculture.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Tim Hortons, the official coffee of curling Canada. And by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere.
The Leon Center here in Kingston was opened back in 2008. It's home of the Kingston Frontenacs of the Ontario Hockey League, and it is our home for the week. And you saw just on the other side of the street, that's where the Brier patch is this week here in Kingston. As we welcome you back to start the second half, Glenn Howard, team with from Penetanguishene, Ontario, does have the lead 3-2, but it is Mike McEwen from West St. Paul, just outside northeast of Winnipeg. They will have the last rock. They have the hammer here in 6, playing the Redstones. Tim March.
Line's good.
It's been one of those games where the team without hammer, the final rock for that team, ends up being a good one. Mike McEwen made a double in the 3rd ender. It would have been 3 for Howard. Glenn made a freeze in the 4th ender. It would have given up 3 and only gave up 1. And then same thing there. Mike McEwen with maybe a game saver. Froze that, not only froze it well, but kept it on a bit of an angle and made that chip that much harder.
Well, he pulled back, I think, on this.
This rock is slow curler, but I think you're close still.
Might be in the rings.
But if you're Howard, if you're Glenn, worth the opportunity, worth the chance, because you knew you had 1.
Looks like it is.
If you do touch it, you're squirting it, and you're going to get 3.
That's
so
just it.
Not touching it, you knew you had 1 in your pocket.
And missed it the right way. He didn't want to have it over curl a hair, and that gave up a steal. That would have been devastating the way that end went.
Normal? Normal. Not much, Timmer.
No, exactly. I hear you.
Whoa. Lots of weight.
Whoa. Lots of weight. Whoa.
Close.
Close.
No.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Go, Tim.
Shot. Get over a little bit.
Well, Colin would like that one back. That free chance to throw it in that free guard zone. With the 5-rock rule, it's almost like you get a mulligan, Vic. You get to throw this one now. A little reprieve for Colin, and Team Howard still can't hit it.
You got a hard slide again.
Had to be a lead that came up with that rule.
Yes.
That's right.
Really.
A little heavy? This looks heavy.
Oh, it looks good, though.
Looks heavy, Reed. Okay.
Yeah, skips never need a mulligan.
That's right.
Looks heavy.
So fast.
Just past that.
No, she's really gliding right now.
It's good.
Good. Judge Reed.
Did you get it?
This is a straight one. Tight, yeah.
So they've seen something now in David Mather's stones.
Do you hate the outturn?
Yeah, we're going to throw the straight one here.
Should be
Did you hear that?
Yeah, this is the straighter rock, and that's why they've changed turns.
I would take edge here. Straight rock. I know, I threw mine real positive.
And I think Colin Hodgson's got a bit of a slow one, which he threw too hard, and it ended up in the rings.
Don't want to. We're almost in. Hey, easy then.
Not Tim. Not Tim.
Whoa then.
Not Tim.
Weight's good. Line's good.
Over curl a hair.
Okay, line's good.
Over curl.
We're just out of the ring. Weight's real good.
Actually, Tim a bit.
Can't go.
Whoa. Tim a bit again.
Nice shot, Dave. Nice spot, Dave. Boy. Freeze.
Shot, Dave. You just make the run.
Don't mind this.
You just make the run for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like the run.
Yeah. Try to roll to the.
No. Not with this rock in this spot. No.
Just firm.
Firm.
I don't really want to roll out here, so try to keep two reds out in front of the rings that you can use later here.
Yes! Whoa! Yep. Whoa! Yep! Yep!
Derek Zamagalski,
Yep, right
you
up,
got
right
them both? Yes, you
shot.
do. And
That come up hard.
didn't quite roll away far
No, it didn't
enough.
wait,
I think he wanted it underneath the Tim's cup. But so they're sitting there as a center line guard now.
Forces Glenn to go after it, so that's a defensive shot, and then McEwen could go back in the offense here.
Get a bit. Yep. Here, big. Yep. Whoa, weight's good. Whoa, weight's good. Whoa.
Easy,
Tim.
clean.
Tim,
a bit.
Tim.
Tim, just a bit. Yeah, keep going. That's good. Good.
Quiet. Good. Boy, David.
Think so. Okay.
What do you want me to throw for speed here?
I think it's feeling like it's 15.5. It won't be far off. 15.3.
Okay.
Wow, that's quick. That's downhill, 15.5. Hog to hog.
Pulse.
I think it's heavy. I think it's heavy. Back 8.
Really?
Colin. Back
Whoa,
8.
hit
Back
it.
12.
Hit it.
Whoa,
We might be through.
Curl.
Well then.
Good.
Should be back 12.
I don't think it's through.
Back
but-
12.
We're off.
Okay, this is where you're going. Right here, Colin.
Yeah, how's
Keep
the
going,
line?
keep
Yep.
going, go.
Yep.
Hard. Hard.
Yep.
Hard. Keep going.
Yep.
Keep going, keep going. Good. Good.
And they judge it well, back 12.
Through on the case.
Scott.
The Emmy winner 5 years in a row for Outstanding Talk series is back. HBO's Last Week tonight with John Oliver. You can watch it live Sundays only on Crave. Subscribe now at crave.ca.
Way too many shots, a little bit heavy in this game by both teams.
Through the house.
It's obviously quicker than it certainly was in practice.
Gotta go, Dave. Come on, Dave. Really got it through, Dave. Hard, Dave. You're moving it good. Keep going. Hard, Dave. Keep going.
Bailey
Tim the red one.
on
Tim
the brush.
red one. Tim the red one.
Everything got bigger.
And right to it. And we'll push it through and sit there. Howard sitting the 2 without last rock.
Good shot, but that really isn't what they played. They were trying to lock one in there.
I think we draw.
Either that or big roll. I don't mind the
That's
big
quick.
roll.
Not loving going around the center.
Big
Is
roll.
big roll
I
terrible?
think so.
Is this ever done? Okay.
Throw a bump.
I thought they'd
Okay.
go after the
I was
top one.
thinking
You
the
can
big
roll.
but
Is
You
this
can roll
done?
it towards the second yellow or roll it right underneath.
There you go.
Even if you roll it a foot, he's hitting. I think so.
Yeah. Easy.
okay.
Yeah, here they go. You roll out on that back one, which is a possibility, and then Team Howard just loops one around that center guard. This way you can hit it and roll towards that center guard yourself or right to that other yellow.
Reed Carruthers.
Whoa.
Whoa. Colin.
Colin.
Hard, Colin. Hard.
Whoa.
Hard. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hudson.
Go down. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, how nice is this? And will show itself a little bit, but shot rock.
So good right there. He's got to roll high, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, it's ever for rolls.
Nice shot.
In front of the yellow. Good sweep, bud.
That was the beauty of playing that top one. You had options. If it
It's
ever
also
stops right there,
Right.
it's going to jam.
But it's also the weight choice, too. Right?
Yes.
He's been guilty of overthrowing some things, and particularly his draw weight was only, what do we say, 56% at the break.
This is the call.
Same weight?
Yep.
Hair more.
Hair more.
And didn't you say, or Cheryl, sometimes it's those tweener weights
Yes.
that are the more difficult to
Weight's
throw.
good.
They are.
Hair
They
solid.
are.
Hair solid. Yep. Hair solid.
Whoa, whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yep. Dave. Jake. Yep.
Scott Howard.
Yep.
Got to buy that one first. They did.
Whoa.
And rolls it over.
Look at.
And both of them now are sitting in the hole.
Good job, Davey.
A little panic hog line in there. It looked like it was going to keep finishing.
Good scrubbing, Dave.
Okay, just easy.
Okay.
Toss your read.
These guys have so much confidence with the scratching ability of these top athletes. You get that little extra half an inch here, half an inch there, makes all the difference.
Well, in a game that has now become really
Solid.
so dependent on rock placement.
Yeah.
Right, you're punished if the rock isn't in the right spot.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
Got them both.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it there. Shot rock. Does have some backing now.
Shot.
A shot. Good throw, Reed.
Pretty nice. It's wide open, but what do you do with it?
This way?
No.
This way.
I think so.
Yeah.
Stay with the out turn if you like it too. Take a look in the hat.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you're
There's
just a
room
hair
in the
high
out
on
turn?
nose, you make it. Probably. Yep. You don't have to be much high on nose to make it go. Get that, Steve?
Yeah.
Whatever you're seeing.
It's tricky either way.
It's there both turns. So.
Okay.
Out turn, you've got to scare that red guard.
Should come up a hair, eh, boys?
Yeah, just a bit. I don't see
Not
a ton.
much. Okay.
The intern gives him more room.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah, whoa.
Skip Stones. Glenhouse.
David here.
Attaboy, good throw.
Picks it right off the face.
Very
Hey,
nice.
that was easy.
Pay for this one. Thanks, buddy.
Shot.
Yeah. Paper the corner. I know it wasn't easy.
Yes, he's a little surprised.
Glad you liked it because I wasn't a fan.
Well, I kind of like
I
the
just-
out turn first, and then I'm thinking I'm not going to be cute
I
with
like
it.
the intern.
Yeah.
Just if you ever faded, run straight.
It's interesting dynamic, that relationship now between father and son. It was actually Scott that
Yes, he was a little heavy.
approached him,
Touch, yeah.
Glenn, about playing third for him. And they talked it out, and Scott knew that he had to change some things about his game, work harder at it, and they throw stones every week together.
Yeah, to play third at this level, you've got to be pretty sharp.
Easy, Colin.
Con.
Whoa, Derek.
Line.
Derek.
And where's this rolling to? And
Sorry,
maybe just hangs it on the edge.
Good. Thin.
There's that scratching. They thought it was wide. Heads
Too
down
strong.
and scratched it too far.
Good throw.
Bad line call.
Firm. I do too. There?
Gut says he's going to get a tiny bit of curl out here. Throw the same turn.
I'm starting to think the same turn.
I was thinking the intern.
I'm taking the same turn too.
Yep.
I don't love that in.
Nope.
Or the out. Scott.
Well, I remember I've said this to you
Same turn,
before.
yeah.
Our old pal Ray Turnbull always say a lot of teams would tend to look at that and say out turn, but the in turn is something that a lot of teams don't play.
Not nearly enough. Not nearly enough. And then you don't know it, so you're afraid to play it, and it gets to be a habit.
Whoa. Straight off. Dave. Really got to go, Dave.
That's good.
All right, that's fine.
Good boy. Good throw.
And away it'll go.
It works.
That wasn't going to be cute.
Yeah. No. It's fine.
So looking for the blank here
That wasn't going to be cute with
in
that.
6.
How could you be cute?
Right?
How could you be cute?
Cross it. Oh.
Cross it.
Yeah, that's you got to miss by a lot.
Whoa.
Missing room by a foot.
Wide. Okay.
So we'll put a blank on the board. And we have our second blank of the game. 3-2. Howard leads it here in Kingston. Tim March with the lead stones for Glenn Howard as we welcome you back on this Friday night. The wild card game at this year's Tim Hortons Brier. The winner into the field to fill out the field of 16. They will be slotted in Pool A along with Ontario and John Epping, Team Canada, the defending champions, Cooey, Saskatchewan, BC, New Brunswick, Yukon, and Territories.
Yeah. Okay, so this rock, I'm not sure. I'm going to assume it's the same as the one I just threw. Okay, should move and be slow.
It's not where Tim March wanted, but it's actually still in the rings, and it could make a difference to McEwen's strategy going forward here.
It's not bad.
If they really want to blank this end, McEwen have hammered the important 8th. They've got to deal with that back yellow one.
Line,
line,
hard line.
Whoa,
Gotta go line. Top 4.
gotta go line. Line, keep going, keep going.
Hard
read. Really gotta
Top
go line.
4. Hard read. Line.
Ah, shoot.
And the over curl.
That is way worse.
Rock's pathetic.
Yeah, that rock is horrendous.
Good throw, Colin.
Keep going, keep going.
Hard read.
Really gotta
Top
go line.
4. Hard read. Line.
Ah, shoot.
That is not where they wanted
Okay,
it.
good throw, bud.
And here we go. Running it straight back.
Whoa.
David Mathers.
David loves these. He can throw it so hard.
Harder, Tim.
March on the brush. Got them. Bang.
Tim, go, Scotty, go.
And now
Hard, Scott.
Scott Howard right there to help it all the way through.
Very nice.
Almost backed up, eh?
Both teams figuring out how straight it is with up weight.
But as we said, that is the tendency of Owasco's ice, correct?
Yes, how true. So Mike was thinking blank.
Hard. Want to end up splitting the line.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yes. Yes.
Splitting the line.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Colin.
Good.
Sit.
And yeah, sits it right there, back edge.
What? Normal. We got a heckler.
So it leads me to a question. You know that McEwen wants to take it the last rock to 8 because of the even ends situation.
Whoa. Solid. Scott.
And I know that the situation there where the staggers and run back was available to Howard.
Good throw, Dave.
But could Howard Glenn have played something to try and force? You know, I mean, because by doing that, he's leaving himself open now to that blank and the stone going to 8 with McEwen.
Yeah, I guess you could have, but they were in such a good spot. It was probably an easier run back than it was the come around. If you don't make the come around right, you might give up 3. Like Mike might want a blank, but it doesn't mean he won't change his mind partway through an end, depending on the situation.
Cool, that's a sneak.
Got the old back leg out there.
Yeah.
Take your time, buddy.
Well, there you go. That's the one thing you heard.
Guys.
You heard Tim March say to Scott Howard, take your time. It's the one thing that his dad says he has a habit of doing is playing a little too quickly. And I asked Glenn to compare him to anybody he's played with, you know, the likes of a Richard Hart. And he said, well, Richard was so calm all the time. The player he compared his son to was Wayne Madaw, and you had an interesting. What was his nickname?
Quick draw Madaw.
Because you just wanted to put the brush down and throw.
Yeah, there's so many times I'd put the broom down, look up, and the rock's halfway down the sheet.
Sweet, buddy.
That's the way Wayne played.
And that's what, in fact, Scott Howard has a tendency to do. And his dad sometimes will say, I'll just put my hand up.
Right.
I got my traffic cop and say, just relax. Take it easy.
Well, what it can do, too, is in this case, it could force Glenn to maybe not have enough time to put the broom and ladle down the ice exactly where he wanted it.
Yep. Right up.
Nice shot.
Dave, you good to me? Oh, yeah. God, what a silly question.
Whoa.
Same weight.
Yep. Whoa. Just clean.
Same weight.
Bit. No, you're good. You're good. Clean. Clean it. Clean it up. Clean it up. Good throw, Gomer. Out of boy.
Good shooting. Throw it, boy.
Thanks.
Maybe.
Nobody wants to roll out, especially this late in the end.
Good stop.
Roll out here by Crothers. Howard goes right around the corner.
Whoa. It's a little less.
Clean.
Yep. Hard biting the line. You got to keep it high the line.
Yep.
More angle towards you. More angle. Good.
Right up.
Keep going.
Right up. Right up.
Keep
right
going.
Up.
No roll. Good. Sweet.
And right to the nose.
That's probably a little down from the last one, probably.
Yeah, that was like soft easy or soft normal.
You heard Colin Hodgson encouraging Derek #1, but getting him to change his angle a little bit. He was basically going north-south on a rock that was going north-south.
Yeah.
So he moved it to get a little bit more angle, to get a little more bite.
Nose in or rolling?
No. Nose now.
Nose, okay.
Second one.
Right on the nose.
Yeah, you try to roll now. You're in behind the tee line. Mike McEwen freezes, and you could potentially cough up a 2.
Same as Scott.
Yep.
Yeah. Leslie?
Yep. You gotta go. Really gotta go.
And it's Tim March
Really
who
gotta go.
goes right now. Now made on the carry.
Got it. Go. Hard. Right to it. Right to it. More Tim.
And they're going to lose it.
Can't get my grip.
When?
And again,
No?
Howard
Okay. Tough. I didn't-
feeding himself up a little bit.
Tough to get my grip.
I didn't quite get it out to him.
Well, it wasn't an A sweep. I should have been able to hold that.
There you go. He was struggling with his gripper and felt that he could actually have saved that rock if he was in a little more balanced position. You want to win at this level, you better have an awfully fit front end.
2-on-1. 2 shots for McEwen. I know it's their guard. Would you ever think about going around, trying to keep it in front of the tee line?
Yeah, you certainly could. You really could. Obviously, 8th end is big. You'd rather get the 2 and 8 if you get the chance.
Okay. And you've played it the entire end to get the blank, so
Yes.
why change now?
Right.
I threw it like slightly high, and it stayed right where I threw it.
The concept is it's 2 hammers to 1, 8 and 10. But for McEwen, he's 1 down, so he has to make a deuce pretty early here, or he's going to be down coming home.
Scottsdale and Phoenix.
Max up 12. Okay. Not big now. Easy half sweep again.
Back 12. You can.
We're at max T. Just leave it. Just leave it. Yeah. Good throw.
Jesus.
Still sliding.
Mine are lightning.
Yeah, they're quick.
That's 15.
They're both the same.
Okay.
Dave.
When that happens,
Just
you rarely
a
see
hair
Glenn
more.
struggle with any type of draw weight. It's
Yeah.
certainly heavy,
Good.
and that can happen if you get a pair that you like, but they could be different than the other 6. That went way farther than the Brushers thought. They were yelling top 8 when he let it go.
Yep. Whoa.
Clean.
Mike McEwen is last, looking for the blank.
Clean.
Good.
Heavy clean. Everything.
And there it is. So played well by McEwen. Back-to-back blanks. And in that all-important 8th, McEwen will have the hammer.
Go, bud.
The all-important 8th. With Glenn Howard leading at 3-2, but that last rock, the hammer, belongs to Mike McEwen playing the Redstones as we welcome you back to our coverage of this Wild Card Friday. The winner will move on to the field of the Tim Hortons Brier to start tomorrow. Both these teams losing in their respective provincial finals. McEwen losing 7-4 to Jason Gunlickson. will wear the Manitoba Bison.
Hard line.
And then Howard, of course, lost to John Epping 8-3.
They both won a spiel this year. Both lost the finals, as you said. Mike playing 13 spiels. Glenn playing 10. That's a lot.
Glenn was looking for his 18th Ontario title.
Incredible.
Gotta get inside though.
And if he gets into the Brier, it means that he'll play a Brier in his 5th decade.
Exactly.
Yeah. Starting the first one was
86.
My first year, actually.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. In Kitchener, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. He lost the final to Eddie Lukwich.
And then the
Top 8 right now.
Well, that's what you want.
Fast Eddie has
Go ahead. Room. Still room.
Like to go.
Okay, go ahead.
Cool Hand Luke
Yeah.
went on to represent Canada at the Worlds that year that were played at the Coliseum in Toronto.
Scott. Whoa, don't. Scott, keep going.
Oh. So shot rock belongs to Howard as they try to protect now.
Make the double peel is amazing.
Love making this. Yeah, sure. I like that. Like solid hack. Like bump is okay.
No.
Yeah.
Double peel's a good shot, too, if you can keep the red one in place. Now they're going to hit this yellow, but they've got to hit it pretty thin not to knock it onto their own red here.
Yep, that's good weight. That's good. Get your weight right.
Down, I think. Yep. A little down.
Yep.
Solid hack.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hard. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
What's that?
Oh, that is a really,
shot.
really nice
Good
shot.
call. Great shot.
Avoided jamming it onto his own. Stayed, and it's partly buried, forcing
Great shot, Derek.
Team Howard to play the run back.
Yeah, the intern's pretty natural, Dave.
Not doing much. Ace got here.
What a bit of ice, don't you?
Now a little memory work here. Glenn had 2 of them here, one a little wider, one a little tighter. And it virtually did nothing, so I expect Dave to be extremely close here.
Oh, Scott.
Right off. Hard, Scott.
Other double?
Hard, Scott. Okay.
That was coming just a little too hard.
You know, I love this. Like freeze? Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, to make this is a tough shot. I don't mind the freeze. I think I love the freeze. Okay, run the nose or hair low. Sure.
Interesting, a bit of a gamble to do this. It's not wrong if they get if you can actually get Derek into the right spot here. It's a valuable shot. But if not, Glenn might just cap it or hit the open one.
Is that a lot or no? What? Is that a lot or no? Well, this is button. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'm just asking. Okay, this is close.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, you're right.
Remember?
Yeah, he's right.
This will be good.
So 15-5. Yeah. Just tight guard. I'll make it.
Set up shot here. You want to get the line right.
I think it says something too. They're still struggling a little bit with the ice in terms of its speed line. I mean, at this point in time in the 8th,
It's pretty good.
you should have that, but it's fresh, first time on, right? And the stones are still a little bit of a factor.
Some different stones, a little idiosyncrasies there. That
Go. Just go. Line. Go. Line.
Good shot.
Oh, nice shot.
look at that angle.
You and me, buddy, got to keep us.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were getting tight.
Can't run it. No.
You ever play it quiet and roll underneath? Like Fort?
Well, you could see it, since 1980, the numbers go back. And so if he qualifies, Glenn Howard, it would be his 18th Brier. And he could add to the most games played. Gushue, of course, is into the field, and he'll play in his 17th Brier. Nichols along with him, and then, of course, yourself at 174. Brent Lang is still adding to it. And Ryan Fry, who was number 8, he's still adding to it, playing with some very, very good teams along the way.
Okay, do you want to try so. You want to try and roll down into here?
I think you play with fighter, wait and roll underneath, yeah.
If you can make the red double,
Long roll, so
you throw the peel, but it's not there. So now they're going to try to roll in underneath.
Just get this over there.
Kind of wait.
Good move here. Soften the weight. If you ever rolled over to this type of area, you can't get it out.
Half a rock.
Tough, but that's really the only option. The double's not there. You'd have a hernia trying to make that double.
No.
Hair solid.
No, Dave, no.
Hair solid.
Tim.
Hard, Tim. Keep going.
March. And we'll hang it right there.
I really like peel. Yeah. I think peel was the call, probably.
No, I like board. Just I got to get low.
You know, even again, both Reed Carruthers and Scott Howard struggling with their draw weights.
You do or don't? It's amazing if you get there, yeah.
I don't want to wait too long here, though.
No, we got to move this.
Problem is,
How much can I see of the three guys?
He's going to use this.
Yeah.
If we do that.
Can I just make this now? Hit and roll away?
You put your rock and don't curl enough. He makes it really
about
bad.
Waiting, like, then he's coming off.
You got
here,
half.
and you could really change things.
Do I have enough to play the hit and roll away?
You got half. You can make the roll under.
Roll like bumper?
Yeah. You got to play it now, Rob.
Rob Aiken, after all those years with Kerry Burtnick, was a 95 Canadian and world champion. Coaching many years now.
A great coach, picked up by the United States for their coaching program for a few years.
He was. He was the U.S. assistant back in that 06 Olympic year.
Yeah, it's
so
heavy bump.
Just enough, like
so.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's a tough situation here. You can see enough
Don't
of that
do too much and pop that
red one, but
half with bump.
it's hard to keep the thrown rock in play and get rid of the yellow.
Yeah.
Bump.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, even if you come off you could ricochet off the guard too, right?
Take a good line call for me.
You don't want to hit half. That's too much. You want to hit like a third of it with bump.
Yep.
Speed will be good here. Yeah.
Rob's making a good point. If you throw the right weight here, you tick the yellow. You might get lucky and roll the red one in or onto that other yellow. I also think it's a good move to go at it right now. It's just really hard. You've got to go through that yellow guard to sit three, and then you're setting up some type of double.
Weight's great.
Yep. Whoa.
Yeah.
Reed Carruthers.
Little heavy.
Whoa.
Yep.
Fighting the lines.
Hodgson backs away, and again picks him up.
Whoa.
Get by that guard. Did.
Yellow,
Now.
yellow.
And yellow goes to the back, and they are sitting the three.
Very, very nice shot. He had to throw a lot of weight to get enough roll, and therefore he had to hit it thinner. Really, really well played.
That's a good shot, bud. Pick the guard. Oh. I was thinking do not take too much ice.
Real good.
Makes a big difference. No, we're not. They're sitting three. They're sitting three, eh?
Yeah.
You like that?
I think so.
Good.
Hair low.
Try around the hornet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez, nose is.
No, it's a
whisker low.
Touch them all.
Yeah, he's trying to do that, get rid of that, get rid of that. And if he does that, his shooter kind of rolls this way. I don't. There's no triple, but the other option for Scott is to stick it right there.
He also looked at a moment, maybe coming off the 9 o'clock in the 8-foot and rolling underneath.
Mm-hmm. That's still there too. He can also. You can make the double two different ways here.
Dave.
Little low side. Bang, and that's all they'll get is one. Shot rock for the moment.
Another half an inch curl, and it's buried.
Oh, man. Anything.
They're too good.
Same way?
Yeah.
We can't over curl jam the back though, right? Then they're shot and sitting 2. We gotta be a little careful.
Valid point. Thrown up by Colin. You try too hard to roll here. It could hit the very back one and be closer than at least one of the reds, maybe 2 of them. Tough shot.
Easy, easy.
Heavy.
Curl. Curl. Hard curl. Keep going. Gotta curl, Derek. Go. Keep going.
Okay, we'll leave it right there.
Not bad.
Boys the jam at the back.
I think so. What is it, about quarter?
Quarter, he does it, yeah.
See the broom?
Thin double here. Hit the one that Scott's beside and carry him off to that right-hand one.
Which one do you want to give him? Doesn't matter. One.
Quarter.
Yeah.
That look like a lot.
For how much you have to hit?
Quarter.
Should be close.
Okay.
Half a rock doesn't miss by much, and that's always the comfort zone for most players.
Yep.
Glenn Howard.
Yeah, you gotta go. Gotta go.
Lay here in 8. And you gotta go.
Whoa.
Mathers staying with it. Quarter stone. What do you got?
Nice shot, boy.
And he's got 2, and it'll back up the shooter and out.
Stay down, Good job.
Very nice. They yelled tight early, and the boys just backed it right up.
What do you got? Do you like it?
Nice shot, boy.
Yeah, they do. The Howard family.
I think this makes sense.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah.
Going to the back 12 one.
Oh, really? Okay.
You want an inch of separation.
Okay.
Toss you, bud.
The idea here is sit the 2. I don't think Glenn with a 1-point lead is going to play a come around.
Yeah,
So he's going to have to blast it out of there, and you maybe get an error.
A little heavy.
I like it.
Back 12.
I like the weight. I think the weight's a shot.
Back 12.
Line.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
Back 12.
Line.
Yep, line.
Freeze. Weight's good.
Line, hard line.
You're still back 12.
Clean.
You're tapping.
Whoa.
Freeze it on.
You're tapping.
Whoa.
Curl.
Curl.
Curl. Curl. Curl. Curl. Curl.
Curl.
Yep. Go. Go. Go.
Curl,
Go. Go.
curl,
Go. Go.
curl,
Go. 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 Go.
Curl.
Go. 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 Good.
Now, right now, to sit the 2.
Very, very nice. Glenn might line up the double here, because there's a bit of an angle.
2/3. 2/3. Okay. I like it.
I got it out there.
Yeah.
Interesting. There is the difference, huh? For Glenn Howard, it is draw weight perfect for McEwen. Player numbers brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor
Let's go, Skipper.
of Curling
More
Canada.
than enough.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant freeze by Mike, but I don't think he saw this coming because there's a bit of an angle. If that red one was over a couple inches, Glenn doesn't try this, but it's worth the gamble here. That goes that way, and you get out of this mess.
Make one go away for sure.
Yes.
You're still looking at a deuce,
Yeah.
but you've got 2 ends to play.
Yeah. The guard shouldn't be in the way. He's going to be close.
Yep.
Howard last. Mathers march on the brush.
Yep.
Scott. Howard calling line.
Hard.
What do you got? Come across. No, and he'll kill his own instead. And so the chance for a couple is there for McEwen.
Oh, so close. So close.
Off on. It had to be close.
Oh, my God.
Nice job.
I mean, you hit this perfectly. Are you picking it right off the face of it?
Oh yeah, any more brushing and that thing goes right out there. You might even get a force out of it because if you got it perfect, that back yellow would have stayed and the top one's in the rings. Well played in by McEwen here. Put a lot of heat on Team Howard.
Was not there. He's been perfect on his draws.
Good.
Needs another one here.
I think we're clean.
Clean it.
Or a
Little
couple.
wider. Little wider.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a little hot.
Line's fine.
Don't need. It's a little hot, but
Don't need
fine.
to clean it.
You're good. Shot, Mike.
And there it is for a couple. So,
took
yeah,
a
well
hair off.
played in, but go back to 7. Playing for the blank to control the last rock and now using it to get 2 and 8. Checking the scoreboard, looking over his shoulder is Glenn Howard as they play now in 9. And Mike McEwen with the 2 and 8 leads at 4-3. In the 9th, Howard will have last rock, has the hammer playing the Yellowstones. Wild card Friday of this year's Tim Hortons Brier here in Kingston.
Hard. Keep going. 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 Okay.
Oh, he's blood. 4 feet too heavy.
And around he goes. Shot rock belongs to Howard. Ice looks really quick, though, I tell you.
Is it ever?
I watched that stone going from Tim Marsh, and I thought, my goodness, you're
Yeah.
going to have to lift your feet somehow.
And you can tell, too, by the reactions, it's underfoot, it's quick. So I heard Derek say earlier, it feels like 15.6 or 15.5, and it's not quite that fast, but it just feels that fast.
Got to curl a bit. Okay, Dave, a bit.
Wait's good.
Getting better. Your T-line.
See a curl. It's got to go, Dave.
Go, Dave.
It's got to curl. It's got to curl. It's got to curl.
Hard, Dave. You got to get in there.
Whoa. It's got to
Look
be.
at that. He made that thing curl like crazy.
Oh, shit.
And over curls.
That's how effective once in a while. If you can get in that sweet spot, Vic, that was going to be on the high side. They decided to brush it to get curl and ended up in the wrong spot.
15-2, Derek. Throw me a tight guard. I'll get it there.
Top 12, you guys sweep it?
This is cat and mouse at the best. You know, McEwen would dearly love to force Team Howard to a single. Hammer coming home tied. Glenn's going to go all out for a 2 or blank, one or the other, depending how it sets up. Blank's still pretty good for Team Howard. They score 2, they win.
Okay, this is hard. I think we're bouncing. Wait's good. No, this is dying.
Yep.
Line.
Yep.
Line.
Yep.
Brothers.
Wait's good.
Gotta go line.
Hodgson.
Hard line.
Wait's good.
Whoa.
We're frozen, balancing.
Keep going. Yes. Hard.
Watch this now. Where will this end up? On the overcurl a little bit? Maybe just a bit. Doesn't quite get to the nose or stay on that corner.
That was a 4 or 5. And he didn't pinch it that hard.
Straight peel it. What about straight peel?
Holy boys.
What do you like? We can try that, sure.
Maker, Davey.
That maker good, just a hair high.
Even though Glenn's sitting 2 with hammer, it's not setting up properly. That last red one makes all the difference. So now they're going to bail here and try to actually blank this in.
Whoa.
Davey loves these.
Okay, I didn't really love it.
And he'll run that by. Was it just about the peel?
Yeah.
No, I think he was trying to get it straight back and kill at least one of those yellows, which opens up the red.
That's one I didn't mind not giving you. Oh, it just sucks that we're guarding the 2.
Sadder.
Work. You would just
Do
hit
we
it.
ever hit and try to get a cheap blank
If
or
I
a 4?
freeze it, is that really good or?
You freeze the wrong angle, we're toast.
Freeze is really good.
Well, but what's toast about a blank at the worst?
I mean,
is
he's
not the end
just
of the
gonna
world.
top things around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we just hit it and sit 3-on-1 and try to get a good
Well,
one?
it's a blank anyways.
Yeah, we'd be 3 and
Good
1.
guard.
I mean, if you could ever line it up,
Could guard one more if you want.
maybe that's the play.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
What does he want?
Probably.
Yeah, we can
Auto
go.
guard.
Guard.
What do you think?
If you make a play in the rings, Glenn's going to probably get a blank out of it with these lively stones.
I like this, guys.
But if you guard it,
Take guard.
you might see Team Howard change gears and try to go for their 2. If anything, you could bring this right in, Vic, and just freeze another one on top.
Good. Real tight.
Line.
3.
Wait's great.
Line's good.
Has to sit. Has to
You
sit.
want it to be a 3.
It's not in. It's great. Wait's perfect. What do you need?
Curl bit.
Yeah.
Whoa, easy,
Yep, tight.
easy.
Just distance.
Easy. It's good.
Good.
Very nice.
Shot.
I don't like taking a run. I don't like
guard.
hitting
It
that.
always leaves a guard.
Always leaves a guard, and that red's not going anywhere.
It might be too late. I know.
Thought of that.
He makes this.
Now we're just running out of time, boys. What about Davey
right.
goes right here? Right there.
It's pretty good. The problem is if you miss this.
I don't like going to taking a run at
Okay.
that. That's scary.
It's not scary. It just brings a blank. By doing this, we're
I'm
not
always
getting a
leaving
blank.
a guard too. So
I don't think it's a call now because if
You hit it wrong, and then yeah.
you leave
You're
it
sitting
yellow
too.
and
Right
red
now,
in the
I
house-
don't. Can he get both those? It's not easy.
Not with this angle.
You want to go here?
Maybe that's a call.
The only problem with this side is now he just plays this, right?
What's he play?
Oh, that's
Okay,
not
though.
bad actually.
Well,
The
I don't
yellows
mind
are still in
I
there.
don't mind. Do you want to try
Yeah,
it?
I think so.
Okay.
That's what
That
the worry
misses.
was for
Do you
McEwen.
want dead T-line or
Team
back
Hard's
line?
going to change gears now. Sit 3.
Back foot.
let's label this, boys.
Yep.
This is 6 rocks. So are we just calling speed good? Speed's good, yeah. Scott, yours slid well out here in the.
We want to welcome those of you who have been watching NCAA hockey on TSN3. Welcome to
No, I don't think so.
Kingston, Ontario, and the Leon Center. This is Wild Card Friday of this year's Tim Hortons Brier, as Mike McEwen from West St. Paul, just northeast of Winnipeg, plays Glenn Howard from Penetanguishene, Ontario. One of these teams looking to get the wild card spot and fill out the field of 16 for the Brier, which starts tomorrow. And as we play here in 9, it's 4-3. McEwen leading. Howard does have the last rock. He has the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
Go, Tim, go, lean on it. Go, buddy, go, buddy, go, 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 go.
That's a
And
scrub.
Good.
just spins away, but they got 3. They got the button surrounded.
What brushing right from the get-go.
Gotta go.
Tim March head down. Not only did he get it far enough, but he got it by. If it stays in the corner of that yellow, there's a simple double for McEwen.
That's a scrub.
Anymore.
Should catch the red now, Scotty.
Move.
I think full.
Big shot here. Straight back. Red onto red. 2 yellows go. The left one and the right one, if it's perfect. It's pretty straight here.
Reed Carruthers.
Whoa, whoa. Derek, Derek. Derek.
Curl a little.
And
hard
one
mic.
will go.
No, leave it.
No, they've got a catcher over there. Just didn't hit it. It sort of just went together and caught each other on the way.
We just absolutely screwed ourselves.
Watch those 2 yellows.
That's a huge
Curl a little.
break for Team Howard. Not only did it
Hard mic. No, leave
only
it.
get 1,
Talk to me, Tim. I got it all.
but now it's a
Same
free one
spot I
come
just
around
did.
that center guard. So straight in the hits, Vic. Just like you said at the Scotties. That's early in the week. All the teams were just struggling, not getting enough curl on those runbacks.
Can't be heavy.
Heavy.
Weight's close.
Got a curl.
Got a curl. Whoa, boys. Really got a curl.
Easy. Easy.
High.
Easy.
Hard, Tim.
Easy, Tim. Easy, Tim.
If you can, if you can. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Stop.
Nice spot.
Make the breeze, we're out of it.
Tangerine Raptors basketball continues on Thursday when the Raptors head west to Golden State for an NBA Finals rematch against the Warriors. Coverage begins at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific on TSN.
Saturday.
Then they freeze, and you got to make a hard run. We got to freeze.
I agree.
2 inches lighter, Scott's is perfect. Now a really well played freeze is glued on. Team Howard only sits 1. A lot of these have been deep.
I like it. I like it.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, right now. Line only right now.
Line.
Whoa,
Weight's good. Line's good.
Weight's good. No, a little heavy.
I think it's cool. I think it's
Line. Weight's good. Little bounce. Little bounce. Little bounce. Whoa.
Yep.
We're
Line.
bouncing.
Line.
Bouncing.
Line. Straight. Keep
Line,
going.
line,
Keep
line.
going.
Keep going. Great shot.
Wow.
Really,
Attaboy.
really
Great
good
shot.
shot. That's how important it is. Just a couple inches heavy in the previous shot.
Thanks.
Someone who has struggled with his draw weight.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
He
I
couldn't
think
be
so.
deep there.
You guys like that? Or do we make the run on the nose? Think so.
Sound crazy, but no.
You want to take a time? Yeah, we
Yeah.
could. Time out.
This is good.
It's our first time out.
I think it is.
That's our first time. Oh.
We peel, he's probably making that. It's dangerous for him, but if he makes it.
What are you thinking? Sorry.
We peel, he probably makes this.
This is stupid, eh?
Well, that's okay though. Then we nose it, or nose
Yeah.
it rolled here.
Yeah.
Is this stupid? Just
I guess if you ever,
Might
you
sit
could make it real good, but I guess it's not bad to try. If you miss it, you peel.
If you ever hit a quarter or a third of this rock, it's amazing.
It's money. That is money, as long as it doesn't drag too much.
I don't think it will.
It could.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
What else are we
Are we
seeing?
in a bad spot if we just straight peel it?
No, we're not. I don't mind this. What's he playing?
I think he's making that double.
It's okay.
Not bad.
Then we
This
roll
double?
in.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
No,
Then everything's in the house too.
it's not awful.
I don't think he's playing that double. Chances, jams.
Oh, I know. Or he just does noses, I guess.
I think he might make
Then
that.
I nose and.
Might make it this way. Then we just hit.
What's
you
the
gotta get
goal
two.
here if you're Howard, Russ? What do you want to do? You want to get a deuce minimum, right? You
Yeah,
want to
I
get two. So what's your best opportunity to set yourself up for a deuce?
Well, appealing the guard's not bad, and you heard Scott talk about bringing it straight back like that. If he does that, he might run that yellow onto that red and save it. But that also brings the blank possibility back into play, and that's the other thing that Team Howard has to keep in mind here, if they can.
You with me, Dave? I think we just peel this. You're good with this, Scotty?
I think so.
So many options, really. They talked about if this peel's made, then McEwen will try the double, but the double has
Clean.
risk.
Clean. 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 Good third. I'll go over.
And they got it.
Gonna go where I throw it.
Yep.
I think we're looking at that.
Yep. Full peel.
Yep.
2/3 is probably perfect, right?
I got it.
Try to save the thrown rock, but the problem is, where's that yellow going to go? If he gets it a little too thin, it sticks there. That would be a big problem for McEwen. He's got to hit a lot of this thing too. It's probably 3/4 with peel or even thicker. The main thing is get rid of the one you're aiming at. Even if you roll over frozen, that would be a money shot. So you got to miss this thick, not thin. So straight down here. Mike's outturn tracks. He's got to be careful.
McEwen and the first skip stone as we play here in 9. Pucks it. Semigalski joins him now.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
Oh, not quite.
Shot. Shot,
He
Mike.
missed it thick.
Ah. Good toss.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
A little tight.
That's okay. One hand wide. Good throw, man. Good toss.
Still gives Glenn a chance at 2 now.
Yeah, maybe nose, eh?
Nose, boys.
Yeah, whatever you like.
I just don't want to roll and give him a run double, but
He's going for this.
I
like
don't think
nose.
so.
I think nose too.
That should go.
I like nose, Howie.
Normal. Board.
Board.
Even if you roll out an inch.
Yeah, I know. You roll over to the right, it's fine.
Hang around.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's good.
Whoa, get ready, Tim. Tim. Really gotta go,
March.
Tim. Really gotta go.
Oh, he's got to help this over here.
Gotta go more.
Help it over here to keep that stone in play.
That works.
Oh. And they'll lose that back one.
Ooh, was right.
Heavy? Here, no.
A draw right here.
How's he score 2? Yep. Like hit this just a hair high and line them up.
Just line it up.
Well, line
it up so it's a double.
Or do we
rollout.
just try to spread it?
Spreading this.
That's really good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
That's a shot, boys. That's a shot.
They're both good shots.
If you hit this and you're touch nose-ish, he might even, like it could jam too, right?
Yeah, but
If
Derek,
you get it
go
on this
low,
side.
he might not have a double. If you go over here, he might not have that double, will he?
Okay, I'm just thinking you don't have to make this
Let's see what Mike is feeling.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, they're both good. I mean,
Both are good.
This is really tough to get it lined up perfect. If you're off a little bit, they both go on the nose.
Yeah, if you play this, you almost have to play like a good bump to try to sit it there.
Yeah, like I think you throw normal and you make this roll.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that shot. We can roll all the way to still touch.
Are we throwing with the out or the in?
Yeah, I like the out.
Glenn got a little fortunate there that he wanted to nose that, keep another yellow in play, hit it so thin, but managed to
You're not gonna get a
have
lot
the
of
catcher.
action on this. That's the problem. Like it's probably only going to here.
No.
You have to get your shooter to here.
Like to read Carruthers right there.
Yeah, I like the shot though.
Hodgson and Semigalski getting a little maybe excited at this moment. And Carruthers saying, let's just think, let's see what Mike wants to play here, guys.
That was brilliant.
Let's back away, give him some space, and now we'll work it out. And now the skipper has it in his mind.
Yeah. Okay, talk to me.
Be ready for any audible though, okay?
Yeah.
Mike's very right here. It's
normal weight.
You can be really close to making either one of these and give Glenn a gimme double for 2.
Are you not a little surprised
Yep.
that they're separating the stones?
Well, you got 2 choices.
Hard.
And watch where this goes now. He'll leave it right there.
That's
now
pretty
has
good.
he left a double?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they had to sweep that a little more, actually.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Hard in the nose.
Peel weight on the nose works.
Give him one.
Good line call.
I think it's good.
It's great.
Yeah.
Either that or you throw it from the hip and try and be a millimeter high. Worst case scenario, you give him 1. You know what I'm saying?
Is that shot there?
Throw it really hard.
It's not
This
there,
goes.
What's
This
up there?
goes.
Nose.
And you maybe keep your
Oh,
shooter
oh,
over here.
Oh.
Worst case, you probably give him 1 as long as you hit this one, right?
Oh shit, that's not bad, Davey.
Might just be there.
I think we try this.
I think we try.
Try that.
Peel.
That's
Trying to get that?
No, just
I
try to
think
make it for 2.
close as you can.
Oh, for 2?
Yeah.
You think it's there?
If you hit it 7/8 with.
What do you guys think?
If you bomb it, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Worst case scenario,
You know,
you're
it's-
okay giving him 1, I guess. Yeah.
There's McEwen comes down and he says to Carruthers, look, I think that's as good as we can make it. But as we've seen with the stones, as lively
Yes.
as they are,
Yes.
very little today is perfect.
It's impossible to make this in a curling club. But I think it's there. Glenn has to hit it almost dead on
7/8.
with a bullet.
A lot of ice. Yeah.
Tim.
All about the line
Play
call.
it thin.
Yeah, Dave.
Scott Howard now. Bang. And they're going to get just the single. They go for sure. He just hit it in the wrong spot. I don't know if he could have, even with down weight, controlled the shooter.
No.
1 it is. We're tied at 4.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by AGI, West Steel, Westfield, Batco, Nico, SureTrack, and more. We are AGI.
Well, the person who charts the stones on the little metal pad has come out because of the fact that up went the guard from Ontario. Then Colin Hodgson tried to play the tick a little too hard. The Ontario stone went to the bumper. They weren't sure where it should go, and that's what that lady's job is. With that little magnetic board to put the stone back in the right place. As we welcome you back, we're in the right place. We're in Kingston for this year's, I think, so far. It's still, we're still early. Tim Hortons Brier begins tomorrow. This is the wild card game. McEwen and Howard were tied at 4. McEwen has last draw. He has the hammer, playing the red stone.
We talked about in the break how hard the tick shot is, and we see them being successfully made more and more often, but it's so fast that Colin Hodgson hit it basically where he wanted to, but it just slid that little bit too far and hit the foam, and back it goes.
And the other thing is, too, the higher, we said before, the higher that guard is, the more difficult it is, too, that stone has less chance to curl.
I think so.
So we started off,
I don't want to block this.
McEwen with last rock, and finally did something. We talked about the fact that he had difficulty in the provincials forcing or getting that 2 with last rock. Well, he gets it in 8. Very well played. And there's the difference. The draw work has really let Glenn Howard down. So we're playing for a spot in the field. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. Is this better? Yes, it is. But it'll leave it out there still, though, covering the 8-foot.
And there goes the out-turn draw.
Straight turn.
Gone for McEwen. I thought they might go after the back one. Leave that long one. You kick the back one that far, it's in the range, and then you're not worried about it blocking anything. You don't care if Team Ontario is sitting 1 or 2. You just want to give your skipper a shot at a decent opportunity to make his last one.
Oh, then.
That's weight's good.
Really
got to curl. Tim, if you can, looks hot. So let's stop. Tim, you got to hold.
Tim, get it past that other yellow.
Tim, keep going. Hard, Tim. Keep going.
Harder, Tim.
Keep going, buddy. Keep
harder, Tim.
Keep going. Holy crap.
Keep scrubbing.
Shot.
It's that scratching. It was unbelievable. That wasn't even going to get to the center line. It overcrossed.
I think we can get this. Okay. Yeah, we can. Half's really close.
Boy, I think it's thicker than half, Vic, to get that kick across and get that other yellow. They'd love to get that out-turn path opened up. Remember, Mike drew twice there for his 2-ender. He knows that lane. He might want it.
Samagonski. And underneath.
Really good. Good shot.
Trying to get over a bit more.
Yeah, that's again referring to
Shot, Derek.
that path if they need it to get to the button.
Yep. Still in the way, but a little better than it was.
David Mathers.
Okay, less, but I like it.
It's not less. It's not less, boys.
Definitely. Scott, hit it for line.
A little tight.
We're there for weight. Okay, easy then, easy then. Line only.
Line's good.
Looks really heavy.
No, it's lighter. Does not need to curl. I don't.
Lighter. Tim, a little bit.
Go, Tim. Hard.
Yep.
Hard, Tim.
Hard, Tim.
Keep going.
Hard, Tim.
God.
He is just scrubbed kilometers, scrubbed miles.
Might be getting a little flat there, Vic. They thought that was heavier out of his hand, end up 2 feet lighter.
Yeah, slide path.
Oh yeah, and it makes sense. A lot of hard brushing going on out there.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
What do you got this time?
Come on.
One, come across.
Anything.
But he's going to leave his own there now.
Yeah, that's better. Good job. It's better.
Shot.
It's getting better. It's a little farther from the center line.
You got your normal ones.
I think it's too soon. Yeah, one more.
What do you like?
Think guard.
Yeah, this is the question. When do you go? And somebody said too soon. So another guard for Howard?
Yep. Yeah, straight guard. See if it's slowing down a bit. The last two have kind of stopped a couple feet sooner.
Can I keep it warm? Yeah.
Rope. Got to curl. It's heavy, boys. It's heavy.
Weight's good.
Heavy.
Weight's good.
Got to curl a mile.
Tim, go ahead.
Tim.
And
Weight's
again,
good.
Tim.
Got to curl.
Okay, go.
Really got. Yep. Go. Keep going.
Tim March.
Come on. You got to go.
Fully cross center. Keep going, Tim.
Easy, Tim. Yep, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
That's good. That's good.
Beauty.
Throw him, buddy. Keep digging.
Tim March played with John Epping a couple of years back. All three of these members, Howard, Mathers, March, have all been playing with other teams, and where for whatever reason, you know, you'd get dropped or going in another direction, you don't fit, and so they have something to prove too, or they should get into the Brier field.
Watch this yellow.
He does.
Good shot.
What are you thinking? Fine.
Howard's kind of got what they want here, I think.
Put it right back.
Well, like same spot's good.
It's whatever you like.
Yeah, I don't think there's a hurry to get in there, Vic. If you go top 4, it's a short run. The run's made, they really have nothing.
No. Really good.
Weight's good.
No, Dave, don't
Weight's good.
It's all over. It's heavier.
Weight's pretty good.
Does
Heavier,
McEwen
heavy.
ever go first?
Heavy.
If you can. Tim.
McEwen?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could. He really could. He won't go on this one, but he could.
Give him a bit. Line's good.
If Glenn throws one more guard, you might see Mike go.
Good shot, Scotty.
Real good, Scott.
Good boy, Scotty.
Very nice.
Good shot. Thanks.
They take a run at both of them or not?
Make it with the intern, really good.
Since they're a little closer.
Just get one, it's okay.
Yeah, you want to give it a go?
I think so.
I agree.
Interesting. I'm going to try the straight back.
I see throwing out, turn across to make it.
I like the end.
I'm just worried you do this.
Straight peel's okay. Give me a conservative ice.
Reed wants this one. It's a very tough double, as you can tell, because it's straight back. So you've got to hit it a 1/4 inch high side to get the right side of the left one, and then hope you roll a little bit.
Getting maybe a little tight for time is Team McEwen, but they do have one more timeout available. Straight peel.
Catch it.
Oh, boy, they got him.
Wow.
Great, boy, just enough.
Wow. Do you know what? He wanted that right from the time Scott stopped. There was risk. Look at that. He only hits it at about 1 inch high side, but it's just enough to get it and rolls it over. Improves their chances dramatically.
Running out of time, Scott. Now, go round. Go round. You got to go round.
Both teams keeping their eye on the clock.
We need some ice, Scott.
Both of them have one timeout remaining.
That's okay, too. It's the same.
Do you have to be buried here?
Yes, buried here, preferably in front of the tee line. If Mike peels the guard, you sit 2 somewhere.
Line's good.
Tee on its own. Heavy.
Whoa then. Line's good.
It's good.
Airtight.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta go.
It'll start to go, and
Line's good.
as it absolutely dives now towards that guard. March.
Top 4 now. Top 4.
There's front of the tee line. And in behind cover. It actually starts to show a little bit. And a little pat on the back.
Must have been.
Yeah, that's a great call.
To Mathers really helped move that stone over. And they are sucking for gas right now, boy.
Yeah.
I think I want this draw.
Absolutely. Let's make this, Derek.
Okay.
Let's go, boys.
Okay.
Yep. Just kill it, and that's a bonus ticking it.
Yeah, it's a bonus.
Just make sure we peel it.
Yeah, I mean, it's third.
I want to go thin, if anything, right?
Yeah, well, okay. Let's go.
The idea is to making this is not very high odds, but it opens up that path that we talked about earlier that Mike made twice.
You got half the rock.
He wants the outturn draw.
Love it. You want to play the outturn draw.
Yeah, just make sure the peel.
Carruthers just shuts them down. He wants to play the outturn. We're going to open it up for him, and then we'll see what happens.
That might change Glenn's next move, though. He might go top 12 over on that side.
Very should have played maybe an in-turn at it. Huh?
Right. So that in-turn hit is not easy either. The other option here, Vic, was just sit shot rock. You could go top 4 Glenn's got to make a hit and roll. If he doesn't make the hit and roll, you've got to know his hit. Depends whether you want to hit or draw. They like the draw, obviously. That's what they're playing. But don't forget, it's starting to slow down a little wee bit in close to that center line.
Yep.
Mike McEwen, his first.
Whoa!
Now angle this back. Gonna get it.
Hit it,
Oh,
hit it,
he's
hit
got it. He sure does. What a wonderful shot.
Good shot, Mike.
That's just amazing. And what the other thing, not only have you got a saver now, but watch that red one when it hits. I think it squirts out enough that Mike can hit it dead on, I believe, if Glenn buries this.
Flash either, right?
Maybe. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
What a curling shot.
So where do you go now?
Right around again. Same shot he just threw, really. It's got to be shot rock.
Just beside it?
Yeah, that's good too.
Okay, go.
Then there is no raise.
Line only. Room. Too much room right now.
Again, it's up to March just to help carve this over.
Keep going, Tim. Easy.
Oh, once you get off the line, it's quick here. They got to be careful.
Easy.
Yep. Let it stop. Let it stop.
Let it stop, and just back of the tee line, and will be shot stone. Oh, they're not even looking at that raise, are they?
No, and that's what this game. It's all these little things.
I like right here.
No, not that Mike's made this yet. It could still be really quick here. He's got to be careful. But he played that whole end to open up this out-turn draw.
Mike got lucky in 9. He wasn't playing that.
I know.
I think this is good.
Should have rolled.
We could go a little less.
I think you could take that or a pinch less. It doesn't matter.
I think that's good.
Hey, me too. I like it.
You got the path?
Yep. Same path. Lots of time.
It's a broom less.
Still running good out here, right?
Yep.
Still runs well. Confirming everything, tightening up the ice just a little bit. He has been perfect on his draws, 7 of them, and 100%. And Glenn and Scott thinking about what happened in the 9th and just getting that single shot they missed. To put themselves into the
A little heavy. It's good.
Brier field. Mike McEwen, a 5th Brier appearance. Needs full 8.
A little heavy.
It's not heavy. Easy.
Weight's good. It's going to the middle. Weight's good. Yep. Weight's good.
Just keep it clean, says Reed Carruthers.
Yep. Good job.
And into the Brier they are. Mike McEwen. Make the final. 5-4. And McEwen and the team from the West St. Paul Curling Club will slide now into the 2nd seed spot in Pool A, joining the likes of John Epping, the defending champion Kevin Cooey, and Matt Dunstone out of Saskatchewan. And there you are. There's your field for this year's Tim Hortons Brier. And for Glenn Howard, misses an opportunity for a 17th Brier appearance. He drops a 5-4 decision to McEwen.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue, soft and absorbent for over 95 years. The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada, and by OK Tire and BKT Tires.
Oh, Mike McEwen for a 2nd time wins his way into the Brier as team wildcard a couple of years ago as well. And now he'll join the teams in Group A and will begin it. What a wonderful opening day. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and a feature game will be Ontario and John Epping against the defending champion Kevin Cooey. Then at 7 p.m. Northern Ontario. What a season it's been for Brad Jacobs as he goes against the two-time runner-up the last 2 years, Brendan Botcher of Alberta. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We are in Kingston for this, the 91st edition of the Tim Hortons Brier. So till we talk with you again tomorrow, thank you for joining us. We're looking forward to an outstanding week, and all of it right here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.